minutes. Hello, all our lovely spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace, and this is Adam Diaz, and we're here to tell you guys some spooky stories.
This
stories.
is our cat, Aria, for those of you who are joining us live on youtube.com/scarish or twitch.tv/scarish podcast. A thank you for joining us. She wouldn't get out of the office, so it took us a little bit of extra time to try and shoo her, and then we were finally just like, you know what, she runs this bitch and we just live here, so I think we just decided to let her stay until she demands to leave. So that's how things are going to go. But like Robin said, we are here to bring you story time, and we're always very excited to do that. So Robin, our story time episodes consist of us reading homegrown horrors. What are those?
Homegrown horrors are the stories that you guys graciously sent to us of your paranormal activity. Paranormal situations, supernatural things that have happened to you. There's been spiritual ones that have been really cool.
Coincidental ones have been really funny.
Yeah, the coincidental ones are hilarious.
Shout out to Jessica who just subscribed for the 6th month in a row, meaning that you just earned a new badge. Congratulations, Jessica.
I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I don't know, some closure with relatives that have died in your...
yeah, we usually get some great stuff from you folks. And if you have any stories that you would like to send our way, shout out to Carly, who just subscribed for the 7th month in a row. Good job, Carly. You can email us. You can email storytime@scarish.com, which is our email address. You can also go to our website, scarish.com, and fill out the contact us form. A lot of you have been doing that today. We've gotten quite a few things from you today, which is always awesome to see roll in. If you want to message us on Facebook, feel free to do so. Facebook page is facebook.com/scarish podcast. You can tweet at us at Scarish Pod. Instagram is at Scarish Podcast. And then we have like the community stuff, the Scarish Spooky Friends group, which is also on Facebook, or our Discord where you can just join us. The best way to find Discord, go to scarish.com. All of our social media links are on the right-hand side. If you scroll down, just click on the Discord one and you will have joined us. So those are the ways that you can reach out to us with your story. I do want to do a quick shout out before we move into the stories and remind everyone we're going to the Winchester Mystery House on June 9th, 2019. It's a Sunday. We'd love for you to join us. Several of you have reached out and been like, yo dogs, we're going to meet you there, and we're excited for that.
We're very excited.
Our travel arrangements are booked, so we're going to be there one way or the other, and we hope that you folks can join us. And as a reminder, we cannot buy tickets for that quite yet. They sell them 2 months in advance. So when April hits, May tickets will become available. When May hits, June tickets will become available. So May 1st is the date that you can save for your ticket. That is how that works. So you can save for your ticket, and you have plenty of time to book an Airbnb.
Wait, it's 2 months in advance, you said?
Yes. It opens up the month that they're in and then the month in front of them. So,
I see. Okay.
There you go. So you have plenty of time to travel range and save some money for the ticket if you'd like to go. And we'd love to see you there. So we hope to see multiple folks there with us, or else we're just going to be walking around by ourselves being all obnoxious, alone, and we'll probably get thrown out. Let's hope not.
Why would we be the only obnoxious one is you?
Exactly. So please come join me. I would like to do 2 things before we start. Give some personal shout outs. Not personal, so to speak, but just thank the community, because the last episode we released, which came out yesterday, it's only been like 36 hours since it launched. There was a debate about whether or not we were going to stop me from wooing at the beginning of every episode because Robin hates it. So I said do #keep_the_woo. Robin said #stop_the_woo. And it was pretty unanimous, I think. The votes came out, and you guys came out in full force yesterday and today. Lots of stuff with #keep_the_woo.
Yeah.
And I was very happy to see it. Robin was very disappointed. She messaged me at some point. She's like, hey, fuck you. So we're keeping the woo, at least for now, until she decides to try and stab me in my sleep, and then we have to change it. But that's awesome. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we said that Storytime was going down to 4 emails per episode, which is still true.
See, what I think we're going to do is it's going to depend on whether or not they're long. So
Correct.
We have 6 short ones this episode.
So we have short ones this episode, and while we were looking at them, we're like, this episode's going to run pretty quick. So let's try and do 6. So we picked 6. They're all really short. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to have 6 of them tonight. And for those of you who are joining us, it'll be a little bit longer of a show like it normally is. And if you hear meowing in the background for our audio listeners, it's our kitty cat moving around. And last but not least, for the folks that are joining us live and watching us, you can go ahead and check out the merch that Robin is wearing. That is the woman's scariest tee.
No, it's a tank top.
Tank top, my bad, dog.
Yeah, don't look at my belly. But yeah, it's cute. I like it. It's cute. I like it. It's really comfy, which is great. And I think that's the most important thing to me is like a soft material. But yeah.
Indeed. They're 100% cotton. At least the one that I got, which I'm about to unveil now, is 100% cotton. This is the gray tee. It says keep on creeping on. And yes, I am wearing a sweater over it because I bought a double XL, and it's not exactly a goal shirt. I mean, it fits snug, and it fit really well when we first got it. We washed it. I washed it on high. I dried it on super fancy hot, and because of that, it shrunk a little bit, so you get a lot of side boob. So I just said, I'm just going to go ahead and wear this zip up over the top of it, but you can still see it's keep on creeping underneath. Boob. So I have a lot too. But yeah. So if you want to check out what these things look like and you're listening to us right now, you can go to youtube.com, bring up this video, just skip to this part in the show and be like, okay, I'm going to go buy that, and head over to scarish.com. Click on store. You'll find all the stuff that we sell there, and we'd appreciate it. You can rep some merch, and you can also help us out a little bit. And that's
if
awesome.
you actually go down into the description, if you're on Twitch, there is a link to our Streamlabs store that has exclusive stuff that's not on
any of the other stores. And if you
so.
buy the stuff from the Streamlabs store, it'll actually pop up with a notification while we're live on the air saying, yo dogs, not actually verbatim, but it'll let us know that you bought something. We can give you a shout out. So that said, I think we can move into our first story of the night. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
How about I go first?
I'm down with that. You can go first.
Yeah, because since you've been going first the past couple times.
Okay.
All right. So let me choose which one I want to read first. Okay, let's do this one. I'm just picking one at random. I don't know. The cat just batted something. Okay.
This is going to be a very dangerous episode. The cat is down there just stalking back and forth. If the camera goes out, then we all know that she chewed the cord and killed it. Let's hope that does not happen.
This next email, this first email is titled My Glitch in the Matrix Story. And I absolutely love the Glitch in the Matrix posts that I've seen where it's like pictures where all in a row it's like the same person. Those are so cool.
What's really funny about that, too, is the original time in The Matrix, the movie The Matrix, where Neo goes, oh, deja vu. It was a black cat that he saw twice, which is wandering around the studio right now, which is kind of funny because I'm terrified of what's going to happen. But let's go ahead and dive into the story.
All right, so it begins. Hello, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
My name's Graciela, and Graciela? I'm going to say Graciela. It
sounds good either way.
And
it's a great name.
My pronouns are... I just saw a bunch of cables moving. And my pronouns are they/them. I'm on Discord as Spooky Zora. Oh, hello.
What up, Spooky Zora? I think we have 2 stories from Spooky Zora, because I have one from Spooky Zora as well.
Oh, cool. Well, you're going to get a double dose. What? All right. This story's okay to read on the pod, which is great. I wanted to send in a more in-depth version of a story that I posted in the Homegrown Horror channel.
The cords are just moving so much. She's down there playing with something that's not a cord, that's just right next to the cord. So our cat plays fetch. I'm hoping she brings it to me and I can throw it to a safe zone. So we'll see what happens.
I think you guys might pick stories from there from time to time. So I hope that you pick this version if you do pick it to read. We obviously have. Hello. I am not 100% sure what I experienced was sleepwalking. Okay, so sorry, I read that wrong. I'm not 100% sure that what I experienced was sleepwalking. So it seems like it's going to be a sleepwalking story.
Could be.
I've never had any other sleepwalking experiences, but I do have a lot of sleep paralysis and night terror experiences. This one doesn't seem to be either of those. I think it actually falls under the category of a glitch in the Matrix, and why I'll never sleep with my door blocked/locked again. My sister had a friend over, and they were being really annoying. When are they not? I mean, come on, really.
Friends are the worst.
Yeah.
I don't have a sister. I'm just saying that because it seems like the right thing to say.
I'm sure siblings are just annoying in general.
I mean, I have a sibling, yeah. My brother's friends weren't the worst. They weren't bad. They were kind of annoying.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to Danish Noli, who just followed us on Twitch. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
They kept opening my bedroom door, yelling nonsense at me, and I kept slamming it. They kept slamming it. What dicks. I thought I would be smart and move my small bookcase in front of it before bed.
Oh, God.
That sounds horrible.
It sounds like someone's trying to murder you and you're trying to block them from getting in. But at the same time,
like if you really have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or something.
Move a dresser out of the way? That's crazy.
It's a little
bookshelf.
Bookcase, whatever. Close enough. It's with heavy things in it,
exactly.
I'm sure.
Heavy furniture.
I fell asleep, and the next thing I knew, I was trapped in a closet. I looked all around me, and I could see brooms, mops, and cleaning supplies. It was dark, and I could see light under the door. I was immediately in a state of fear, and I just knew that if I didn't get out, someone was going to kill me. I grabbed the doorknob and turned it, and it wouldn't open. I don't know how long I was standing there jiggling, yanking, and turning this doorknob, but it felt like forever.
What a lucky doorknob.
Why?
It's just, I don't know. My head just went to that mindset. Don't blame me. I am what I am, okay?
Yeah, weirdo. I just kept getting more scared because whoever put me here was going to kill me. I knew this for certain, almost. And then all of a sudden, it was like the world was melting around me. I felt weird, like warm water was running down my back and in front of my eyes. Did you ever see the episode of X-Files where Mulder and Scully are trapped in the ground being eaten by mushrooms and hallucinating?
No.
I've never seen it. It sounds interesting.
Sounds trippy as fuck.
We're very behind in trying to catch up in the X-Files. Like, we started watching the original X-Files, and I think we only got to season 2 or something. And
we didn't get very far into it.
Yeah, we didn't get very far. I think we got to the point where there was that guy that would go through crevices because he could like flatten and stretch his body and get through places.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Monster of the Week show. I can't remember exactly what Monster of the Week we left off on. We got to some storyline with the sister. We got to some storyline with the alien bounty hunter. Arya doesn't remember either. She's back there trying to figure it out. So I'm not too sure. We started watching the reboot, or not the reboot, but like the continuation of it. The cat is grabbing my shoulder. And it's all right. It's not bad. It's not everything I dreamt it would be, but yeah, you can go ahead and get back into that email. Stop playing with the cat.
Okay. So, all right. The episode is titled Field Trip and is season 6, episode 21. I didn't know that by heart. I had to look it up. That's hilarious because I would do the same thing.
Good work giving us the episode though.
But it was sort of like that. She's being weird. I blinked and I was standing in my own room, holding onto my doorknob extremely tightly with sweaty hands.
Some man in the high castle shit, moving back and forth between worlds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is his name? Mr.
Tagomi-san.
Tagomi, yeah.
Let's not give away too much for those of you who have not watched it yet but plan on watching it.
It's a really good show. It's super intense.
I very much enjoy it, yeah.
And it's just like absolutely riveting. The reason I couldn't open it was because of the bookcase. I have no memory of getting out of bed and walking to my door. It was like I just appeared there. I moved the bookcase back to where it was supposed to go and let myself calm down for a bit before I went back to bed. I've never had another dream / nightmare / glitch like that since then. Thanks so much for starting this podcast. I love how interactive it is. I hope it's not too much work. Best, Graciela.
Well, thank you for sending that.
Thank you so much.
That's a hard one to explain because really there's just no good explanation for it. Like maybe it was a nightmare that you had standing up on your feet while holding your doorknob. You know what I mean? Like there's no way where you can really, I don't know, skeptic your way through that one unless you just decide to say like, I don't believe any of it, which you would send us an email unless something actually happened. So I think something did happen. I have no idea what it was. So I think glitch in the Matrix is just about as good of an explanation as any.
Right. It definitely could be a glitch in the Matrix. It definitely could be like a more intense sleepwalk episode
that
or
could
something.
Be. Bless you.
Sorry.
That snuck up.
Or something like that. So, because I mean,
sorry to everyone's eardrums for that.
So I mean, if you think about it, if you sleepwalk, right, you're still dreaming. So technically, it could be a dream where you're sleepwalking, and then within your dream, you're getting
you can't open this door because the thing's
in the way. So I think that's really interesting. It sounds frightening, that's for sure.
Indeed.
But thank you so much for sharing that with us.
So let's look over into the stream chat and see what you folks had to say and what your takes on it were. And maybe Spooky Zora is actually with us. We don't know because Spooky Zora does join us from time to time. I have my YouTube chat and you have Twitch chat, and let's just go through them.
Okay,
Looks like Natalie was the first person over there in YouTube and in both of the chats, so congratulations, Natalie, for being first.
I didn't open my Twitch till later, so I don't have all the chat.
You have chat from once we started, so not before the show.
Yes. We did name our cat Arya because of Game of Thrones.
We did.
Because we're nerdy. Just like our doggo, who's named Nymeria. They kind of go together, but they hate each other.
I mean, Arya's dog is Nymeria, so.
Yeah.
And Arya doesn't really like Nymeria that much.
Yeah. Let's see. Carly
Shut
says.
Up. Sorry. You go.
Yeah, I mean, you can go first.
No, you go. I already went.
So Carly says, not going to be on here consistently because my sister's in town and don't want to be rude. That's very nice.
That is nice.
Because siblings. Annoying,
she posted the
love.
Face mask crew picture.
I thought
which
that
is
was
super
really
cool.
cute.
I was like, oh, we got to do face masks soon. I'm so jealous. Shout out to Nat Bauer who says, hey guys, stopping in again. Don't think I'll be able to watch, but love you. We love you too.
Thank you so much.
That's for you.
Let's see. Trip7 says keep like 100% of the woo.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Lucky you.
Welcome, Cat Beatrix, who was able to join us, and they're very happy they are. Everyone's like, Kitty. Hello, Cat. That's so funny.
Yeah, she's adorable. She's annoyingly adorable.
Nikesh says, nice master ball. Thank you. I changed up my stuff a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
everything there is fluffy. Yeah.
Mine are all figures.
I didn't want stuff that would fall over. And you usually, like, nowadays want to decorate your side because you don't like how I do it.
I swapped out the picture in the frame.
It looks good. I really like it.
If you guys
picture.
Go through the episodes, it's like periodically different. Let's see. Pancake says, oh, snip snap. I finally have enough energy to watch you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Shout out to Blanca and Carrie and the Hussy who have all joined us.
We are very thankful for you guys to take a couple hours out of your day because these episodes take quite a while when we're chit-chatting and talking and stuff like that. And you guys are awesome. Mermaid Key says, love the tank. Still waiting for mine. I hope it gets to you soon. It did take a while for us to get ours too.
Yeah, that's true.
It might have taken like a week and a half.
It felt like a week. It felt like I think it's 5 to 7 business days was the shipping for us, and we ordered them on like a Friday, so we didn't get them the next week. We got them like the Monday following.
It was a while. Yeah. It took a good amount of time.
The cat has settled down and is relaxing underneath the tripod. Like there's 3 legs, and she's laying down in the middle of all of it.
It's her little.
So if the thing
she's gonna
shakes,
summon something.
If the thing shakes, that's what happens. So don't be like, why the hell is the quality so shitty? It's because we left our cat in the studio. That's why.
Spooky Zora hopped in. Say, OMG, this is my story. Yeah, it is. Trip 7 says, is this a sad story? It's not. So it was a good story.
Yeah. Glitch Grim says, I just checked my mailbox and got the best and cutest scarish sticker. It's going to be a good day.
Yay!
Very glad you got your stuff.
Okay, let me start from somewhere. I just came from school, so my brain is like, math too much, how do? So we just got some static clings in at the Etsy store. If you guys go on over to the store there, if you go to scarish.com, there's a link to the Etsy store. And those static clings are super awesome because you can stick them on something. So I stuck them to my Cricut, and you can peel them off and stick them to a different surface if you want to. So they're a lot different than stickers. They're really cool. I like them. They are really nice quality.
They are.
So
they're very nice.
Check them out. They're very affordable, I think. So go on over and support us.
Carrie asks, does your doll have a name yet? No, we received a lot of suggestions, and those are going to be compiled into a giant poll.
It's going to be a big
for
poll.
The Patreon.
It might be like
people.
A March Madness.
That would be that'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah, so we might do a March Madness for names.
And just have people vote this name versus this name. Yeah. This is now happening.
Yeah.
So
you're setting up the brackets.
I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm so excited for this now.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we're gonna gather all of those up, and we're gonna put them on our Patreon so that all of our patrons can choose. And maybe we'll let the first round of votes. Maybe we'll put that up on Facebook and have everyone choose those, and then like take it from there to the Patreon exclusive. We'll figure something out. But I'm really excited about this tournament thing. So
all right.
I love the tournament idea. Dana says more woo, and Taylor says hashtag keep the woo. And when I was mentioning that the camera might shake, Anna said that would be a catastrophe, Adam. Pretty nice. Good work.
Let's see.
And Carrie says, yay, I'm getting some static cling. So cool. I hope you do.
Trip 7 says, name it Cornelia, Ursula, Natalie, Tabitha.
It's a pretty good name.
I think we're going to go with the one name. Or, I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking.
It can be ridiculously long, but we'll just wind up calling it one thing. So
it's like
we'll see
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock or something.
That's amazing. I like that name.
It's from Friends.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't watch Friends.
Phoebe wants to change her name to like some ridiculous, because Paul Rudd's in the show, and she's gonna marry Paul Rudd, and they're trying to decide what name to change her name to, because she's supposed to take his name, right? And so she goes to get her name changed, and she changes her name to this ridiculous long horrific name.
Oh, Phoebe, you're such a free spirit.
Yeah, and so that's
cool.
All
Cannot wait until we get to the part in our next podcast where we have to switch over from movies to television, and I have to watch that putrid show.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not doing that. Trip 7. I'm not even gonna. Just no.
What was the question?
It's not a question. You can read it on yours.
I can't. I'd have to switch over. Just say it.
It's no, I'm not. Okay, so it's your turn. Go read.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and mark that awkwardness. So I'll move into my first email of the evening, and this one's subject is strange experience, and it starts out like this. Hi, Adam and Robin.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Scarlett, and I've been listening to your podcast for a couple months now. You're both very funny and relatable. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'd rather be relatable than funny, but funny is nice too. I've had a weird, spooky event that happened to me, but it's not that scary, or at least I think so. I always wake up at 3 a.m. and feel a presence around me and see shadows. So that's super creepy, especially if it's like a habit, which is really fucked up to be haunting someone in their safe place, a.k.a. their bedroom. I went to a Bible camp for a women's retreat and was given a cross necklace. I slept with it, and it started to stop. So it's like this whole religious item is starting to wean the shadow people from waking you up at 3 a.m.
That's really cool.
That is good. Sadly, the necklace broke, but it was fine for a while. A couple of days ago, I woke up at 3 a.m., and my body started to feel like it was on fire. I got off my bed to lower the temperature. While I was lowering the heat, I heard a low growl in my right ear. I shit my pants and ran. I'm hoping that's figurative and you didn't actually shit your pants. I felt as if something was behind me. I jumped into my bed and pulled the blanket over my head because, like we always say, the blanket is the main source of protection from all things evil. I heard a high-pitched ringing in my ear. The worst part is that I roasted the rest of the night. That sucks. I hate being hot in bed. Well, I hope you enjoyed my story. If anything else happens like this, I'll definitely let you know. Feel free to share it on the podcast. Bye. Smiley face.
Thank you so much.
Short and sweet, and that's actually really creepy.
What's really cool is that I can kind of relate to having that item that makes these scary things stop, because that's what happened to me. And I've told this story on the podcast before where I had like night terrors, and then as soon as my mom gave me the necklace that I always wear, I never take it off. I don't think I've had one since. I might have had bad dreams, but I've never had ones where I'm like, holy crap, demons. So I can totally relate on that front.
If the necklace worked, I would have definitely advised getting yourself another form of necklace so that you can try and keep those things from happening. And one of my least favorite things is to try and sleep when I'm hot. And imagining that there's a demon like somewhere in the hallway that leads to the temperature, the thermometer that I could change or whatever, the thermostat that's like near the thermostat or guarding it. I think I would literally be like, okay, demon, like you can take me away, but I am not gonna burn in my own fucking house, because that is just a nightmare. Especially if you have to hide under your blanket all night and it's already hot in there. Can't even imagine doing that.
Yeah, I like hiding under the blanket though.
It's your favorite thing, and you enjoy being hot, so because you're so damn hot. So
you got a body like a battle axe, apparently.
Do. Good work. All right, let's look over into stream chat, see what you folks had to say. These stories are going to be short, so we'll see if you folks have time to catch up and let us know what you're thinking about.
Cool.
So you want to start or I'll start? I don't know. I'll look over here and we'll see who gets there first. I only have 2 things. Just looked on your Etsy. My dinky car needs that static cling. Good.
Nice.
That's Cat.
Yeah, it's 3 inches tall, so it's not that big. It's not going to take a whole lot of real estate if you're looking for something small. If you're looking for something big, I don't have one of those. But yeah, and then
Ralph has joined us over on YouTube as well, and that's like everything I got. Ralph says, Adam, any job update? Yeah, there is a job update. Should I just go ahead and share it?
I mean, you still have a decision to make tomorrow.
I do have a decision to make tomorrow. So oh my god, this cat is just balls deep in the closet and is in Robin's clothes, and it's so funny.
Get out of there.
So the job update is this. I've been offered 2 jobs. So after months of not being able to find one, I've been offered 2. I'm leaning one way, and I've gone through both background checks and all that stuff. And so I'm not going to announce anything until it's 100% for sure, basically until I've actually started. But either way, I'm going to be in a very good situation. So thank you to everyone who sent up the spirit bomb energies during my interview process, and any thoughts or prayers were actually helpful, and I really appreciate all of it.
It like everything hit at once, and it was crazy. Hey, stop it.
She's pulling down clothes off of hangers now. It's amazing.
Did she really? Oh, man.
Just one thing I think fell.
Yeah, so I was rolling my eyes earlier because she slipped. She was like on one of the bags and like fell down.
It's like a stack of backpacks and one of them fell down and she was just like, wee. So yeah, that's the update. So good stuff.
Trip 7 asked if we've tried a weighted blanket before. I've wanted to buy one. Because Sharper Image was going out of business or something.
It was on sale for like 70% off.
Yeah, but we never got it. And I feel like maybe it would work on certain days, and then other days we would just be like, I can't.
I think I'd feel claustrophobic under it. I hate having like my sheets tucked in. Like,
yeah, okay.
if I'm in a hotel room and like I lay down on the bed, the first thing I do is kick the sheets out because I cannot stand being like confined or swaddled. So I don't know if I'd like it, but I definitely want to try it at one point. So cool. Good stuff.
Let's see. Lots of congrats for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Nikesh says hashtag more merch money. It's a lot of yays, a lot of congrats, a lot of congrats.
What we're actually going to do is try to do armor builds. I think that'd be really great.
We've been talking about getting into it for a little while, and I think if we get some disposable income, we're probably going to start getting some foam and stuff.
I used to do cosplay more than I do now, which is not at all. So funny. I have like oh my God, she's on the dog bed.
There's a dog bed under this desk because this is the desk I work from during the day, and our dogs get lonely and they come up here and lay on my feet, which is hilarious because if the cat's around, it's a cat bed because she doesn't allow that shit.
Yeah. So I have a closet full of old costumes and a box full of old wigs, and I think it'd be fun to start like cosplaying again. And
I just want to build weapons out of foam. I think it'll be super fun.
I just want to build armor. That's like I have been jonesing for so long, and then I watched a lot of Kamui cosplay videos, and they're so good, and it just made me want to really actually make an effort and do it. So that'd be cool.
Carrie says, check Glassdoor to see which one employees like working at more. I've actually done that. I was getting job notifications through Glassdoor, and that's how I applied for, I think, both of the positions. So they're pretty similar, and they've both undergone a lot of changes, have underwent a lot of changes recently. So either place I go to, it's going to be like bringing in expertise for what I used to do and helping change culture, which is something that I'm super excited for. So it's good stuff. Before we get into our next email, would you like to let the cat out of the office? And she's meowing at the door now.
I'll let the cat out of the bed.
I knew it. Oh, God. So I'll keep reading some stuff while Robin's taking care of that. And the cat's still meowing. Cat says, this might be strange, but I sleep with a pillow on my belly. It's comforting and not as toasty as a blanket. I do that sometimes when it's too hot. Just open the door and she'll walk outside. You don't have to catch her.
Bye. Oh, sorry. That was me.
That was terrible. Anna says, your cat is like a F3 cat, a gory storm. That's pretty good. I mean, not to split hairs or anything, but like the F system rates tornadoes, and then there's like the categories, which are for hurricanes. So it's okay. I got it. It was a good
I'm going to rock you like a hurricane.
All right. So that's funny. Cat says, oh, it was their cat meowing, not mine. Yes, she's out of the office. So if you hear any more meows, it's your cat, not ours. But we can go ahead and move into the next story, which I believe is going to be you.
There's so many people sewing cosplay right now. It's so cool. Ace Monster and Chessy Cat are both sewing their cosplay. I'm so jealous.
Lucerito says, you can just buy a heavy Mexican blanket. That could work too. I used to sleep under a Mexican blanket that I swear was like a rug. Like my parents just got me a rug, but I absolutely loved it. And it was really soft and it was super heavy. And I actually really did like that. Nikesh says, come to Fan Expo in Toronto and cosplay. If we could, we would.
Yeah, if we had money, we would totally do it. If I got armor done, I would totally do it. My goal is my first armor set I'm going to build is going to be one with a mask that I can cover myself with because I'm very self-conscious.
But you're so pretty.
Yeah, no. So there's one that I have in mind that I want to do, and I just have to get my sister on board to help because I don't want to sand all the pieces by myself once we start doing it.
Carrie says, I sleep with a pillow over my head.
I read a book where one of the characters did that, and I was just like, how do you sleep? Like, how do you not suffocate? I was just so mind blown.
Or get suffocated. So, just saying.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're still alive.
I need to learn how to sew. That's what I need to do.
We need to sew. There's a lot of things we need.
Yes.
Disposable income to invest in before we can even start doing that. And like,
we just have a lot of hobbies.
Other things in front of all these things that we want to do. Like, I got to upgrade this setup right here because, like I've said before, like, if this laptop dies, Scary-ish is dead, folks. Like, it's just the way it is unless I can take over your computer over there. So there you go. So everything is running through this. So spirit hands up, send your energy to the laptop because it's taking care of literally everything. But yeah, I hope to be upgrading to a new desktop build sometime very soon with some money. But we'll see what happens
now that you have a job. What?
Yay. But all right, let's get serious here. Let's get into our next story. How's that sound?
Yeah. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Oh, cool. All right. So this next one
is... Give us a transition.
This next one.
A real one that I can actually edit.
This next email comes at us from Ronald, and it is titled A Scariest Dream.
Nice.
Is it about us?
Wow. We've had one of those come in before. It's really funny to hear what we do in your dreams. So I guess if you're having those, you can send them to us and just don't make it too creepy.
It begins, you can read this on the pod.
Good to know.
Good to know. Hey, Adam and Robin. I came here to talk about a spoopy dream. Insert tangent here. We don't
so
have
what
a
have
tangent.
You been doing lately, Robin? I think it's not enough build up before we can actually do a tangent. We'll save that. We're going to take a rain check on that tangent.
Anyway, I think it's just funny because it's like people just expect us to go on tangents.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this dream was terrifying. It started off with me in my bed, but this was somewhat darker than the real world, so I go to my window and flick back the curtain to see shadow people. And after that, they noticed me, were extremely nonchalant, but then I heard footsteps. It doesn't even say prints. That's my auto, you know when you
autofill?
Yeah, how your phone has
If
autofill.
only you would just read the words that are down.
But then I heard footsteps in the hall coming toward my room. I was extremely scared, and then my door opened to a shadow woman. But she seemed protective of me. And then the dream ended. I was talking to my mom later on, and she told me about her dead momception. That's what funny. It says in parentheses. It turns out we were extremely similar to story number 2. So I was in my closet. Oh, hold
There's
on.
no punctuation
There's no
in this
punctuation.
email, so it's very difficult. Let's just be a reminder to you folks, put punctuation in your sentences. Sometimes emails don't get read because we cannot figure out what's going on. And when I say we, I mean my mother, who's trying to edit these things.
Okay, so it turns out when they told their mother the story, it was extremely similar. End of that story. So we're going to go on.
When they told their mom that story, their mom was like, you are very similar to my mother, who might have been this protective mother or woman shadow figure is what I thought of.
Okay.
Thought of it as.
Okay. Then that makes more sense.
I think the mom was like, it was probably my mom, your grandmother looking out for you
because you're
in
very
shadow
similar.
Form because you two are very similar.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm going to move on now.
On to story 2.
So story 2. I was in my closet waiting to scare my cousin because why not?
Why not mess with
like
your
the
family?
Thing.
It is.
I mean, I know Adam's done that to me a million times.
I love doing it. It's and that's the thing too. Sometimes in order to scare someone, you have to do something that's scary, like hide in the dark. And you might get creeped out, but I keep telling you guys this. Just use the Bane voice and talk to yourself. You get a little creeped out, just tell yourself, you know, I already forgot what the fucking line is. I can't.
It doesn't matter who we are.
No,
what
the other one. You
blend.
merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it, molded by it.
This was a dream, BT dubs. So
this is a dream?
Yes. So in the closet, waiting to scare my cousin, and I see a glitter pentagram.
A glitter pentagram.
Yeah.
Because demons like arts and crafts too.
I mean, why not? Though that's why they draw all those symbols, right?
Do they use glitter all the time though? Well, that's the thing. Whenever you draw this, it's like Supernatural.
Maybe
when
they want to be fabulous.
No. Here's what I'm saying: is like in Supernatural when they draw the lines with salt, and then the wind comes in and ruins the line. Like it never goes away. What's like permanent? It's craft herpes. It's glitter. So why not do all your symbols in glitter? Because it'll never go away.
Why don't they just glue the salt down?
That's what I've always said. Just do glue and then do salt or whatever thing you're gonna do. Maybe some glitter, whatever you want to toss in there.
And then when the wind comes in to blow it, then it'll just blow all the excess away, and then you have a really nice circle.
I just imagine that you have like this pentagram and it's made out of glitter, and you summon this demon. The demon's like, "Who summons me?" Oh, nice.
Creative. And then they spare your life because you're so creative.
Do they though? Do they?
I mean, why not?
Let's finish out this
email.
Demons
get lonely too. I think I peed a little. I ran so fast that I went into a wall, and that was the end of my scariest dream.
Wow.
I love your pod. I was a listener on Spotify until I found the magical world of Twitch. Anyway, not sorry, so goodbye.
Shout out to Spotify. Shout out to Twitch. It's pretty good stuff. Appreciate that being sent in.
Yeah,
a lot of our
much.
listeners this week are sending in stuff about how they've shit themselves or peed themselves, but this one was in dream form. So who knows what's going on? So incontinence runs in like being terrified.
Well, I hear if you pee in your dreams, you pee in real life. So
it depends on how long you pee.
I have totally dropped a deuce in a dream. Never did that in real life.
You never shit your pants in your sleep is what you're saying.
No.
That's good to know.
But I did in my dream, so I don't know how real that is.
Have you ever done that thing where you farted and you're not sure if you shit your pants or not?
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay. I thought we were going down this different road. We were about to be honest with each other, but I guess not. We're going to keep our secrets.
A lot of memories down that road.
Yeah, but the pee dream sucks. I haven't had that in a while, so.
I don't have the pee
I hope to
dreams,
not have it. I had a friend. I'm not going to name names, but I had a friend who had a special tonic that would make him pee the bed, and that tonic was called Bud Light. And it happened multiple times, and that person's spouse told him, if you pee on me one more time, I will leave you.
Shut up.
So they had to cut Bud Light out of their life, which is, let's be real, just a good decision all around for just about anyone. So, right on. Let's take a look over into Stream Chat and see if any of you folks pee your pants in your sleep because you drink too much. Please stop shaking the table so much before Zenyatta takes a dive off the table yet again. So, good stuff. Let's see what's going on over here.
A lot of chat about cosplay, which I totally appreciate because I absolutely love that world of cosplay.
Akbar says, working on a class presentation. I'm sorry I'm late. Do not worry. Join us whenever is convenient for you. We will be here. And good luck with that presentation. Akbar says, does Aaron have a job now? He has 2 offers, yes. And the cat says 2 offers. So we will see.
Let's see. So Chessy Cat says, I've never done armor before, but I did do a belt out of EVA foam. That's what I'm going to start working with, I think. Because I don't want to spend all the money on Warbler to make stuff because that's just going to be a hole I don't want to go down. So I'm like, buy some cheap EVA foam and it'll be great. But we'll see how that goes.
Glitch says the salt has to be pure, so you cannot mix it with glue. That's
well,
interesting.
Technically, you're not mixing it with glue. You're just sprinkling it on top of the glue. I don't know. We don't know. I was going to say like something, and then I was like, but I don't want the attention from the demons.
Wow.
All right. So
Uh-oh, it's Steph Bot. Keep on creeping on woman slouch tank top. And the message they send is, love you guys. Been listening since episode 3, and I finally decided to make a Twitch to see your beautiful, beautiful face.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. Thank you for purchasing something. Thank you for the message. And let's be real, this is the beautiful, beautiful face over here. This is the eye face with some extra chinage going on. So.
Okay. You know what it is? It's all, I've been working on my contouring.
I need to work on my contouring.
Yeah.
Get my fat ass back to the gym.
I bought this new palette. It's like a contouring palette from Urban Decay, and I love it. It's the greatest thing. Worth the investment, in my opinion. Because they do like 30% off more often than I would imagine. And it was just the greatest thing. I don't know. Lucky. Luck.
Dana says, LOL. Can you imagine waking up halfway through a poop? I'm dying. I would be super upset. I would immediately rush to the bathroom and then just make up a lie where I tried to fart and it was shit. So you just can't tell someone that you had the shit dream and your body is so like stupid that you actually shit your pants without realizing you were dreaming and you weren't on an actual toilet. If you really want to avoid all this stuff, just pinch yourself every time before you use the bathroom. Pinching yourself like you don't feel the pain in a dream, and if you pinch yourself and you don't feel the pain, don't go, and you'll never piss or shit the bed anymore. I'm just saying. There you go. I've solved the problem. The battle is over, people.
You know, I hear peeing your bed means it's like a sign of the serial killer.
It's one of the signs. One of many signs of being a serial killer.
So maybe your friend's a serial killer. All right. Let's see. What else?
Only when he drinks Bud Light, apparently. Dana says, every time I pee in my dream, totes peeing in real life. That sucks.
Let's see.
Akbar says same, hasn't happened recently, though.
Mermaid Key says, you're gorgeous, Robin. Self-love, cosplay, all the things. I have cosplayed Hatsune Miku before. I had like a Lolita dress.
Hatsune Miku?
It was... I did an interview at the con, and it was like a live stream interview, so you saw all the comments people were posting, and people were just like, you're way too tall to be Hatsune. Like, people just crap on you, you know what I mean? They're like, you can't pull it off.
Such a toxic environment in cosplaying and a bunch of different nerd cultures.
And so it's just really hard for me to put myself out there without wanting to put a mask on or something like that. So I'm thinking about doing like Reaper from Overwatch, or the Dark Knight armor that Agnes wears in Bravely Default. I'm thinking about doing that one. So it's going to be a lot of things that you can't see my face in. That's all my plans. Even the Monster Hunter armor sets that I want to do are all ones where you can't see my face.
Eventually, you're going to be like, I'm going to show my pretty face to everyone because you'll get all confident. So no matter what you do, people are going to shit on you for absolutely no reason. So that's what you just kind of have to accept if you're going to put yourself out there in any way, shape, or form. Moving on. Kat says, I had a pee dream and didn't pee myself IRL. Ha! It's a good thing when you get to that point in your life where you can have the pee dream and not have the issue of having to change your sheets.
Ralph is wearing his first cosplay to San Diego Comic-Con.
We need pics, bruh.
Well, yeah, you gotta send us pictures. Who are you gonna be? Tell us. Let's see. Abe's Monster is making Sun Eater from My Hero Academia. I would totally love to cosplay someone from My Hero Academia, but they're all just like tight bodysuits, and I just can't do that yet. So
whenever I think of doing cosplay, like I think of all the weight I'd have to lose to do any of the characters I want to do, because I can't really think of any fat dudes that I want to cosplay, unless like I'm doing Walter from The Big Lebowski, which would be super fun.
A character from Bravely Default, the chemist. He has like a white lab coat, and he has all the pills that have all the liquid like chemicals and stuff.
See, I think of characters that I want to cosplay that I know of, so it's like those don't typically pop up in my head.
All right. Let's see.
Glitchgrim says, Monster Hunter. Akbar says, whenever that happens, it's usually 3 a.m. Coincidence? I think yes. That's hilarious.
People are going to Denver Comic-Con. That's kind of cute. Chessy Cat's making an Eevee cosplay, which I think is great.
Awesome. Man, I can't wait to fucking see Detective Pikachu. Like, I am super excited about this movie, y'all. Like, yeah, I'm excited about Avengers Endgame. Super excited about Game of Thrones. But Detective Pikachu is right up there. Like, I'm super happy. I'm very, very pleased that this is going to be coming out.
I really want to watch it. I think Ryan Reynolds is absolutely hilarious.
Glitch says, I should cosplay as Adam at HorrorCon, LOL.
That would be
good.
So freaking funny. That would be so funny.
I don't have like a trademark outfit or anything, so you're going to have to pick one that you've seen me wear a lot.
Let's see. Trip 7 says, it starts slow and small, and before you realize it, you're building an Evangelion. That's funny. Totally. Oh man, see, trying to build something like a Ava, like an angel unit is like, they have such scrawny legs, and then it's kind of like Genji. You know how Genji is like super skinny?
I mean, I know what they look like.
But oh yeah, so it's like you can't really build one of those without being like
skinny.
Yeah.
Anna says, you are magnificent, both of you. Cosplay whatever you want. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
Let's see. I love all the talk about cosplay. It's like so cool.
Akbar suggests that he cosplay the cheerleader outfit, and Kat says, just need lush lips. So thank you all so much. I appreciate that you appreciate my lips.
Let's see. Trip 7 says, have you seen the low-cost cosplay of My Hero Academia? I've seen a lot of those low-cost cosplays.
They're really funny.
So freaking funny. And people are so creative, and I absolutely love it.
This is kind of a little bit off the beaten path, but like, have you ever seen those videos of that guy? He's a fatter white dude. He's hilarious. He's got a big old beard. And his stuff is always him with earbuds in, listening to a song, lip-syncing it.
He sings.
And then it cuts to him singing super loud in public places, and it sounds terrible, like everyone looks at him. He posted a video of him trying to do, or pretending to try to do, all of the vaping tricks where you like blow a ring out or do all that stuff. So it'll show like the actual vape video of someone like blowing a ring and like making it like wave or whatever. And then it cuts to him and he just exhales a bunch of smoke. And then he has like a wire that's a circle that has a bunch of cotton on it, and he like moves it towards the camera, and it just looks amazing. It reminds me of those videos where it's the low cost cosplay, and they're all just really, really funny.
Let's see. Trip 7 says you can cosplay Bob from Tekken. Which one's Bob?
I don't know.
I don't remember which one Bob is.
See, I was thinking about cosplaying something that I could build
Bob
an
a robot?
armor.
No, that's Rob.
That's Bob from what do you call it? Overwatch. That's Ash's ultimate is Bob.
Oh.
I could do that, and you could be Ash, and everyone could be like, Ash is an Asian, and be all assholes about it.
I want to make an Ash cosplay for my sister, because
that works too.
She would enjoy being that cowboy.
If she was Ash
character,
and she said, Bob, do something, and pointed at someone at BlizzCon, I would literally charge the person and knock them down. And I would do that until I got banned from BlizzCon. And I'd be like, but I was so deep in character.
Oh my God.
I was there when they fucking announced Bob, damn it. I have every right to do that.
Wow. All right.
I want to build like an outfit out of like the foam that's like can adhere to my body type, but it like I can shape it. Something like Reinhardt, where if I built like a really big Reinhardt outfit, people wouldn't have to worry about being like, Reinhardt's not fat. I just have my body hidden within it. So it's kind of hard to do because I'm a big guy.
Reinhardt's center is like small. I think
what I'm saying is like I'd build the armor outwards so I could shape it down.
I think you could totally do
Roadhog? Yeah, I get it. Let's move on.
No, I was gonna say from Full Metal Alchemist. You should do Alphonse.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, the big.
I could just wear like a fucking black leotard with a black ski mask inside of it. Alphonse is the big metal dude, right? Yeah. He's the Full Metal Alchemist, right? That movie's so good.
It's I fucking hate you. He's talking about the stupid live action that's absolutely atrocious.
He hates whenever I say that live actions are better than the source material. Oh god, the Death Note one, she got so mad at me.
It's Steph says Adam should cosplay Detective Pikachu.
I'd do it in a heartbeat. He's kind of fat. That would be so funny, and I could just curl up into corners and be like, Pika, Pika.
Trip7 says cosplay Lollipop Chainsaw since you have a cheerleader outfit already. You
That's
remember
smart.
what that?
I do remember Lollipop Chainsaw.
We used to work at GameStop. So.
Sakura says, just everybody say hi. Gotta work. Bye. Thank you for joining us. Hi. Bye. Enjoy work.
All right. Is it your turn to read?
It is my turn to read. So let's go ahead and move on. I will move into my second email of this evening, and this one is from Spooky Zora as well. This one came in on Discord. Let's hope it's not the same one, but if it is, we'll just move on to the next one. And it starts out like this. I just remembered a creepy turned funny story about my basement. So no, it's not the same one. So naturally, our washer and dryer is hooked up in our basement, and it's really fun doing laundry, but having to look over my shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nothing is behind me in the dark. /sarcasm. I get that, but you're kind of not being sarcastic, because whenever you're doing laundry in a basement, you're like, cool, the basement, no worries. What the fuck was that? You know what I mean? And Robin is just like that no matter what. She made me do the laundry in the basement when we were out in New Jersey. So
it's just never going to happen.
Anyways.
We are never, ever getting back together.
Who? You in basements?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know you guys were together at one point.
I mean, I don't think I've ever been in one. Have I?
I have no idea. I've known you for 7 years and you've never been in a basement during that time. Except John's basement.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And Lee's basement.
Yeah, because they both have like furnished basements.
Yeah, they have nice basements.
So she understands that basements can be nice. So, okay, we're going to get back to this email though. One day I was down there, and when I looked to my right, I actually did see something, like a glint of light, as if I could see straight through my house to the outside. That concerned me because no one wants a hole in the basement level of your house. Yeah, that would be bad, because the basement's your foundation. I walked towards it and realized it was actually a mirror.
Is it?
Yes. The basement is the foundation of your home. Like, that's just how it is.
I thought, okay, I don't know. I just know, like, usually foundations are like a big solid cement slab, right?
Google it. I mean, I watched my house be built when I was in second grade, and they dig out the huge hole, they fill it in with concrete, and then whatever, like, space they need at the bottom, then they build the walls up. And, like, our basement still had, like, rebar in it, like 6 inches sticking out from the sides, and
that's like asking to get pushed into it and murdered.
At some point they like nailed them down, like they took a hammer and they hit it so it was like flat and flush with the wall. And I'm pretty sure my parents like, no, take those out, we have kids, like we're gonna be in our basement. So there were holes in the wall from where they had removed these rivets, and it was just like, that looks like shit, but whatever, I guess it's gonna be like that forever. So because like when we sold the house too, there was like a little bit of a crack in the side, and the new homeowners were like, the people that were buying it were like, we want that inspected. So they inspected. They're like, oh, yeah, it's totally good. It's just superficial. It's just on the outside. And they're like, well, we want to reduce the price because there's a crack in the foundation. And the inspector's like, no, it's not a crack in the foundation. Like, I just told you that's not what it was. And it almost killed the deal. Anyways, I'm going to get back to this story.
I'm just going to put in there. Trip7 just said, I watched a church being built, and the basement was indeed part of the foundation.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
So, I'm glad someone else said it because she was just like sitting over here like, yeah, sure, whatever. Don't slap me.
You want another one?
No, I don't. I walked towards it, and I realized it was actually a mirror reflecting the light from the room leading into the basement. A bit anticlimactic, but I was still taking a look at this mirror, and for some reason, I decided to look behind it, and I saw something else. A cat. And this is where it gets interesting as I read ahead. We didn't own a cat. So you just have a random cat in your basement.
I would love that.
You would love to find a stray cat in your basement?
And then I'd feed it, and then it would become mine.
Did you say eat it?
Feed it. Why would I eat it?
Wow, that was fucked up, man. I was just like, why would you do that? The two things that would come to my mind if I found any stray animal in my house is fleas and does it have rabies. So I'd probably try and get it into a little carrier and take it to the vet and then deal with it after that. So, okay, we're going to get back to this. After getting over my shock, I started laughing, and luckily it was a chill cat that didn't mind being picked up. Our cat is not like that. Or else I definitely would have been lost in the depths of the basement somewhere if it ran. That would have sucked. I brought it upstairs and sort of brushed the basement dust off of it and fed it before my mom made me put it outside. I have no idea how long it had been in our basement for, but it most likely got in when the yard workers came to mow the lawn. They always leave the basement door open, and that leads to our house, so obviously that's how I got in. That's where we kept our tools and our lawnmower. Just not so spooky of a story, so that's pretty good. That was enjoyable. I appreciate that. Thank you for sending that in.
Stories with cats. Send us all your cat stories. My sister came across a stray cat at one point. Well,
was it a stray or was it just an outdoor cat?
So it was a cat, cute, fluffy cat she came across, and she opened her car door. It hopped right in, and she called the number on its collar, and they're like, "Oh yeah, where is it?" And she's like, "It's here." And they just told her like, "I'll leave her there. She'll come home when she's ready."
Some cats are outdoor cats,
I was
man.
Like, what? I am too scared to let our cat out, especially because she's black and people seem to murder black cats or something.
I'm just saying, I find that back door open a lot. Some people go outside and the back door is not closed, and I'm just like, the cat is dying to get out there, so I always freak out, like, close the screen.
I don't think she'd know how to get back either. She's 7.
Yeah, it worries me if that cat escapes, like, the ground, so to speak. I don't know if she'll find her way home, and I'll have to run around the neighborhood yelling Aria and hoping she comes running.
I've had a cat that was always outdoors before. He would escape, stay out, hang out.
For days, right?
Yeah, and then he'd come crying because he got attacked by a bigger cat.
Yeah.
And so we'd hear him crying outside. I'm like, this is why we try to keep you. I don't understand why you do this to yourself.
I had friends that grew up and they had outdoor cats, and you wouldn't see them for days at a time, and they'd come back either with new scratches or they'd just be hungry. So it's just a thing. People have outdoor cats, so sometimes don't pick up the outdoor cats and put them in your car. Also, but it's never a bad idea to just call the number on the collar and be like,
just check.
Is this an outdoor cat? Okay.
And you landscaping, lawn mowing people,
don't
please.
leave people's fucking basements open. That's just shitty.
What is up with that?
Are you going to let demons in? That's just messed up.
I don't know about demons, but murderers.
Murderers and cats.
Yeah, and cats.
Those are the only two things that
murderous cats
infiltrate houses.
All right.
Let's look over into the stream chat and see what you folks had to say and see if you folks stuck around for our ridiculous tangents. So...
Trip7 says, I love how even though Spooky Zora stories are short, you guys still have tangents. So cute. Yes, we always have tangents.
Lots of tangents.
We just talk a lot. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing sometimes, but...
I think it makes for interesting conversation, and sometimes the tangents aren't interesting, but they remind people of stuff that they want to say.
Yeah.
So.
Abe's Monster says, my cat is black too, and I'm afraid of letting him out for the same reason. Yeah, it's... Especially when you hear horror stories around Halloween all the time.
Yeah.
And but I've noticed a lot of people that I've seen, I mean, through my Facebook, because I don't have too many friends in real life. But
lies.
I have like 8 friends that
everyone loves Robin. She's like Raymond.
But
It's true. That show is based on her. Ask Ray Romano.
But
me and him are old buddies.
All the people that I see on Facebook, so many of them have black cats. Legitimately, so many have black cats, and I feel like there aren't a lot of people that actually hate them. Maybe I think
it's just messed up teenagers or deranged people that are like, black cats are evil because I think that, so I have an excuse to murder a living creature, and those people are horrible. So TARDIS Hunter says, whatever body you have is a cosplay body. I like that.
Aww.
I like that a lot.
That's really cute.
Akbar says, I'll be leaving now. Bye. Thank you for joining us, Akbar. We appreciate you. You got anything over there?
Chessie Cat says, I love black kitties. Me too. I love kitties in general.
Emma has joined us. Emma says, hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. No worries. Thank you for joining us.
I would love to get a white cat. But Chrissy has to bring her white cat.
That'd be cool.
Because then it would be like
the yin and the yang. Yep. Emma, who just joined us, says, also, hashtag keep the woo. Makes me so happy. So many people have said hashtag keep the woo. The woo is staying. The woo is not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere.
Anna over in YouTube says, hey, Spooky Zora, same. Everything is in the basement, and the only light is at the top of the stairs, and it's broken. That sucks. So
fix that shit.
Right? Emma says, also, congrats, Adam. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll see how it shakes out, and then I'll let you guys know what I'm going to be doing just about the same thing, regardless of which position I accept. So
next.
Just saying next.
Yeah.
Kat says, there's a stray black kitty that roams my area. It looks like Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service, which I've never seen, which is going to be on that list.
He hasn't seen a lot of Hayao Miyazaki's movies. So
very true.
that's going to be on the list. We didn't put it as the first couple movies because Adam was like, you really want to hop into anime right away? So
we're like, let's just do some like bigger name movies that most people have all seen.
Everyone's seen Totoro, just saying.
I haven't seen it, so.
Exactly. That's the point of the podcast.
Stop hitting the desk all the time, dude.
I'll do what I want.
You see the Fallout Boy? You see the Pit Boy?
the Vault Boy?
He's agreeing with me. Like, stop hitting the desk.
Yeah, no. So we'll get there.
Dana says, my cats were indoor, outdoor. My cat Simba was a beast. I once watched him chase a dog out of our yard. That is awesome. That's like that video you see of that cat chasing that pit bull off of the boy.
Yeah.
The pit bull like bites the boy and the cat comes out like, get the fuck out of here.
I, at one point in my life, wanted a Savannah cat. One of those cats that cost way too much money and it's absolutely unnecessary. And I'm glad I never got one because they are a lot of work.
Yeah.
They're huge and so energetic and I don't think I could handle it. Our cat is very sleepy all the time.
Yeah. Emma says, my black cat was rescued from a trash can because the old owners believed she was bad luck.
That's
like,
so...
I understand superstition, but some of those superstitions are just wrong, dog. Like, our black cat is amazing. I love her so much.
Yeah, she's a sweetie patootie.
Anna says, have you guys ever seen the Too Cute episode where the kittens turn out looking like the outdoor cat next door?
No.
Nope.
I have heard of that show, though. I just don't remember that episode. Let's see.
That's everything I got for YouTube.
Trip7 says, if I had the skills, I'd definitely cosplay Power Armor. I was actually looking at armor builds for Fallout, and they're so absolutely complicated, where I'm just like, that's a lot of work and too much for beginner me.
Someone walked by me at the store the other day, the grocery store, and they were wearing a hoodie that had Vault 111 on the back of it, and I want to be like, oh, we're friends because you have that, and then I was just like, oh, that's not how friends work. Keep your mouth shut as a stranger. So I didn't say anything.
Let's see. Chessy Cat says, Artemis and Luna, if you had a black and white cat, that would be so cute. Adam also has never watched Sailor Moon, so he would never know what those are.
She is the one named Sailor Moon.
That's all he knows. Abe's Monster says, I loved Artemis and Luna so much when I was a kid. I am definitely Luna, where I'm like, cut that shit out. Stop being stupid. Because she's always like, come on, Sailor Moon, get your crap together.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
Let's see. Mermaid Key says, I have random strays in my yard at all times. Strays are not bad necessarily, unless they do bring fleas in which case it's like, ugh.
What I will say is I think the most popular stray animal I grew up around were raccoons. Like, we didn't see a whole lot of stray cats, a lot of stray dogs in my like neighborhood, so to speak, but we saw raccoons all the friggin' time, and the number one rule is like, don't feed them because then they'll come back. And sure enough, me and my brother fed them one time, and then there was so many on our porch the next day. So good rule of thumb, don't feed raccoons. And you know what? When you look at a raccoon, you can tell it doesn't need to be fed. Those are chubby little bastards most of the time because they're just going to rip into someone's garbage and have themselves a feast. I've never seen a skinny raccoon, and if I did, I'd probably feed it because I'd feel bad, and then he'd come back for the rest of his life. So.
Trip7 says, our house always had a dead stray cat when I was little. Later on, I found out that my uncle, who lived in our house, challenged a witch to curse him for shits and gigs because he didn't believe in that shit. What? Big ol' nope. Nopey nope.
Who challenges a witch to curse them? It's the dumbest thing. Like, she could reach out and be like, thinner. And then guess what? You're going to lose a fuck ton of weight and then die.
Oh my God.
Have you never seen Thinner?
No.
Stephen King's Thinner. Ooh. Add it to the list for the October.
Favorite Sailor Scouts are Uranus and Neptune. Chessy Cat's is Sailor Mars. Mine is Sailor Mercury. We almost have them all. I love Sailor Mercury.
She's not the one named Sailor Moon. That's all I know.
Hopelessly Retro says, I threw a boomerang a few years ago. Now I live in constant fear.
Nakash says, first time being here. 'Twas fun, but gotta go. Thank you for your fun time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the fun time. Thank you for joining us, Nakash. We appreciate you. Are we going to get back to the show, or are we just going to keep going through all this Sailor Moon stuff?
We're still going through Sailor Moon. Okay, your turn. Go.
I just went, actually.
Oh, what?
You have one left. I have one left, so that's how that's going to work. Give us a nice transition.
So this next email here is titled Haunted Hotel. Which one is it? We'll find out.
Coming up next on Scary-ish.
On Sailor Moon. Okay.
I hate you so much.
So
For the people that are listening to the audio version of this, they have no idea what you're referencing. Because we just spent 10 minutes talking to the stream viewers about Sailor Moon for some reason. So
okay. So it begins. Hi, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Emily, a listener from Pennsylvania, who has finally decided to take the time to email you guys about my experience at a possibly haunted hotel in Switzerland.
Thank you. And for those of you out there who are like, I'm going to email them one of those days. Carpe diem.
Yeah.
Seize the day. YOLO. Whatever else you need to hear. Just email us today.
You only live once.
Yeah, that's what YOLO means.
Yeah, I'm
Good
just
work.
thinking about that one song.
You ought to look out.
Yeah, you ought to look out.
What is their name? Lonely Island.
Lonely Island.
I fucking love Lonely Island. It's so funny. Shout out to Charlie for introducing me to Lonely Island.
What is his name? Andy Samberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him.
I did too.
He's hilarious. Reno 911. Woo!
Reno 911. She means Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
However, Reno 911 is
I
also
do like Reno
amazing.
911.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Thomas Lennon, the guy who
they're
plays.
all funny.
The guy who plays the main. I don't know what his rank is. The chief, captain. I don't remember what Thomas Lennon's character's rank was, but he always wore his booty shorts. It's so fucking good. I love that show so much.
I think they're bike shorts.
And Nick Swartzen plays
yes!
a gay prostitute named Terry. He has a stand-up where he's like, every time I meet people...
They both have a Terry in it.
Yeah, it's true. He's like, every time I meet people, they think I'm gay, and it's probably because I played a gay prostitute for 9 years on a show. He goes, Terry! It's so good. Okay, let's get back to this email and stop talking about cop shows.
Sorry. Oh, man, I love cop shows, though. 911 just came back. I love 911.
It's alright. It's not my jam.
Well, it has Angela Bassett, and she's amazing in it.
She's very good.
She's very
Angela
good.
Bassett's good in most stuff. So. Have you ever seen the Tina Turner biopic with Angela Bassett as Tina? Get the fuck! You've never seen What's Love Got to Do with It? It's going on the list. Yeah, I'm excited. That's a really good movie. Lawrence Fishburne plays Ike Turner, and he is just evil in that movie, man.
Does he tell me I know Kung Fu?
No, he tells her, like, choose the blue pill or the red pill. And whichever pill she was going to pick, she was getting slapped. And then she's finally like, fuck this shit, Ike. So that's not exactly how it goes, but it's kind of how it goes. So.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
It's a good movie. That's all I'm saying. Angela Bassett's amazing in that movie.
There's so much wrong about this whole tangent we went on. Like, I'm sorry, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love you. Okay, so.
What's love got to do with it? Yes. I was really hoping you'd say something.
Full circle.
Okay, let's get back to this email.
You definitely can share this on the podcast.
That's good to know.
Thanks.
We've gotten really far into this email, clearly.
So, in July of 2016, sorry.
I always look over when we have ridiculous, stupid tangents at the viewer numbers. Like, did they drop? Did they just plummet? No, they're about the same. So I think most of you folks know what to expect at this point.
So, in July of 2016, my now ex-boyfriend decided we should plan a vacation together. How long were you dating? I kind of want to know because... Now ex-boyfriend. Sounds rough. We booked tickets for flights to Switzerland. And a month later, he breaks up with me because he's a ginormous douche.
Wow. What?
Go
douche.
Fuck himself. What? How?
Robin's very angry on your behalf.
It's like when I planned our entire trip to Japan and then you were like, nah, brah, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'd be like...
I literally never said that. You said it's like when that happened. That never happened. She's just making stuff up now.
If that happened.
Yeah, that's an important distinction to make.
Would have cut you.
Yeah, she planned the trip like 9 months in advance, and it's just like, when you plan a trip, you kind of have to mentally commit to the fact where it's like, well, that's non-refundable, so I guess we're staying together until that's over.
I mean, come on. Who does that?
Come on.
Come on. Anyways, being the independent woman I am.
Nice.
You go.
She went.
Yes, she did, apparently. Anyways, being the independent woman I am, who don't need no man, I found 2 friends to go with me. That is awesome. Always have friends that can support you. I think that's really important. We flew into Zurich in May of 2017. Spent one night there.
Shout out to 52 Nicks who just followed us on Twitch. Thank you so much.
Then took the train to Interlaken. And we were within walking distance of our hotel there. That's awesome. That's always nice. I always book your hotel where you can just walk everywhere because you don't want to spend all that money on Uber or buses or trains or taxis or whatever. It's always smart to think ahead. Let me be your travel agent. No, I believe it was called the Hotel Carlton in Europe. Hotel Carlton, Europe.
Sorry.
Oh, were you doing the Carlton?
I just had to do the Carlton really fast. My bad. No one got to see that if you were listening. That just shows that you should tune in Wednesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We walk in to drop our bags since it was too early to check in, and the first thing the front desk clerk says to us is, "No, the hotel is not haunted."
That's what you would say about a haunted hotel. It's like that real estate meme where it shows like someone selling a house that says "house not haunted," and the meme says like pretty sure that's what you'd say about a haunted house.
Oh my goodness, no demons. That's what the advertisement says. No demons. No, I'm just saying if the
I thought I was getting the meme wrong, and you're like, let me correct him.
No, I'm saying if the sign says no demons,
there's demons.
Definitely
got
demons. It. So we go explore the town and take the bus to the St. Beatus Holland Cave, which is amazing. Fast forward to the end of the day. I'm in my own little room on the 3rd floor, and my friends are on the 2nd floor. Why did they split you up?
I think it's because they had to make travel arrangements after
separate.
The fact.
Okay.
Most likely. That's my guess.
I would have just been like,
stay
party!
In my room.
Everyone's going to stay in the same room.
I mean, the room that we were in Japan, I don't think we could have accommodated more than 2 people.
But there were a lot of hotels that did have space for a lot of people that were
I'm just saying sometimes accommodations don't always work out where it's like whatever you had booked prior can hold more people than you anticipated. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
I get ready for bed, watch some TV that I can't understand.
That's funny.
When we went to Japan, we were so lucky when we went to Kyoto, and we stayed at a hotel that was right across the street from the station, the Kyoto station, like the train station, I guess. And we flipped through all the TV channels, and there was one that had like anime or something, or like it was like English television, English animated television, and it was great. And that's what we watched the entire night. We watched that in Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, we had Netflix on our phones.
And then we had McDonald's, the best McDonald's.
That was the only time we had anything that was like a fast food chain when we were in Japan. And it was because we got there super late. We're like, we're going to go to bed. We're kind of hungry.
But I had a tummy ache, I think, too.
Yeah, so McDonald's is the best thing for it.
No, but I was just
we could take an elevator. Our elevator in our hotel took us to the basement, and the basement was a shopping center. And in that shopping center was like a bunch of normal food court stuff. And we looked at a lot of stuff. Some stuff was closed. Some stuff was still open. We're like, let's just get something super quick from that McDonald's because it's all different stuff. We're like, we can try it out. And McDonald's there has some stuff that's equatable to the food that you can find in like the convenience stores, which is all really good food. And we have been trying like all the different convenience store food we have been told is amazing. So we're like, let's compare the McDonald's version to the convenience store version. And everything we got from McDonald's was good. Really effing
And then
good.
When I was like, can I have iced tea? And she's like, oh, do you want milk tea? And I was like, fuck yes, I want milk tea.
She was so excited.
I was so excited. I was like, what is
We got our bag of American trash food and went back up to our hotel room and watched American television.
It was great.
And we're like, let's not do this again. Let's make sure we immerse ourselves in this culture. And then we went and met a bunch of deer the next day, which was awesome.
All right.
Getting back to your email, spooky listener.
I decide it's time to go to sleep, so I turn out the lamp. Immediately, I hear bare feet shuffle across the hardwood floor.
Now, I don't want to take us down another tangent, but do you mean bare feet, as in feet without shoes and socks, or bare feet, which would be terrifying because if they're padded and furry, then you're in a world of hurt.
I don't think she heard bare claws clacking on the ground. I'm pretty sure it's people feet that don't have shoes on them.
Okay, I'm just saying. Either way, it's scary. So let's be real.
All right. I slept with the light on both nights I stayed in that room. I would have swapped rooms. I would have been like, I heard something. I'm not staying in there. You're switching my room.
I don't think you heard me. Robin says that about everything now.
It's because of that stupid movie. Okay.
And he doesn't say it like that either. She's quoting a movie. She's quoting A Million Ways to Die in the West, where some cowboy goes, I don't think you heard me. And like a cowboy accent. And when she says, she goes, I don't think you heard me. And I'm like, that's not how he says it. Why do you keep saying it like that? It's your favorite thing to say now. Let's get back to this email.
You're the one that keeps... Okay.
I have to explain stuff.
I've never been able to explain away that sound, and the way the clerk greeted us really makes me wonder. Yeah, if they tell you, no, it's not haunted, it's like, go fuck yourself. I'm not staying in this room.
Anyone who wants to like make sure guests don't stay with you, like if you're working for a hotel that's overbooked, just tell a couple of guests that are checking in, like, hotel's not haunted, and see what happens.
I tried to do some online research, and from what I found, the site of the hotel is where the first courthouse was in Interlaken, and it's where they used to hang those who were found guilty. Well, what?
Pretty haunted, I'd say.
That's haunted. That's haunted as heck. Oh man, that's awful. Also, funny side note, my friends didn't lock their hotel rooms at all the whole week because they didn't realize they weren't automatically locking doors like hotels here in the U.S.
That's unfortunate. Let's hope they didn't get broken into.
Well, they obviously didn't.
Unless she reads the next sentence and it says all their stuff went missing.
Even though we had actual keys, not key cards. So your friends are just
dumb. We don't want to say that your friends are dumb, but that's pretty stupid. Let's be real here, folks.
Facepalm. That's what the next line is. Okay. Oh, God. Keep up the great work, guys. Love the podcast. Emily. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know we went on a lot of tangents, but I'm sorry, but I would have totally swapped rooms. Like,
your cousin sent us that story, that email where he's like, something creepy happened, and I was like, get me out of this room right now.
Yeah, my cousin went into a hotel room in, I don't know if it was Singapore or something like that. He went to Asia, and the first room they put him in, he was like, this doesn't feel right. The lights are doing this weird thing. I can't stay in here. And he swapped rooms. He was like, I'm not staying in here. I need to go to a different room. And they totally did. They put him in a different room, and it was totally
They sent someone up to check on the room, too. Remember that? He said they brought someone up to talk to him for a little while, and then after that, they sent him to a different room rather than just giving him a different room.
So the next room he stayed in felt completely different to him, and I think that's a legit thing. I mean,
here's something. Okay, this is like a little bit unrelated, but it's kind of related. So I think a lot of people, when you're in an uncomfortable situation, don't want to complain or make a scene or cause a fuss. And I've been like that a lot in my life. And then there's certain times where I'm just like, no, I'm going to make a stink. And my friend and I went out to eat. We were both just like, look, we deserve a fancy dinner. And of course, we're going to go get steak. Shout out to Kelsey's back in Valparaiso, Indiana. But my friend Lee and I were like, let's go to Kelsey's and get ourselves some like fancy steak, fancy night. And so we did. And my steak came out, and I had ordered it medium rare, and it came out, and it was well done. Like, it was done. And this steak
it's well done, but it's not well done.
I hate you. And this steak was like $35. So I was like, I guess I'll just eat it. And Lee said something to me, and I still remember this. He goes, if you're paying that much money, you should complain. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I am totally going to complain. So the waiter came by, and I was like, hey, I ordered medium rare, and I showed him the steak. He's like, oh my God, sir, let me get that taken care of for you right away. So he took it away. I'm like, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. So he takes away my plate. I wait like 20 minutes. I get another steak, well done, and not seasoned at all. It's like they just took a cut of meat. They didn't do any of the things they normally did to it. They just threw it on the grill.
Did you say, I'm not paying for this, I'm out?
I showed it to him, and I was just like, look, dude, like, this one's more well done than the previous one. And he's like, do you want me to do it again? Like super annoyed with me that time. And it's like, look, we both know that this steak is not right. Like, so your cooks are idiots. I was super pissed. And so I was like, I guess I'll just eat it. So when they brought us the bill, like, they took it off the bill, but I was just like, they didn't even have a manager come talk to me. I was like, this is so annoying. And I think that's another reason why people don't make a stink, is because it's like, maybe you're going to make a stink and it's not going to change anything. But if you're in a place that's haunted, if it's inconvenience versus like terrifying nonsense, then I'd say like actually make a stink if it's terrifying.
When I used to work at a hotel, I used to work at a timeshare, and I was front desk. So I'm the one dealing with all the people that are like, I need to swap rooms or do whatever. Honey gets you a lot further than salt, or whatever that saying
That's what I was going to say. I wasn't going to be mean about it, but that's totally not the same.
I don't care. You get way further with someone if you're nice than if you're like, I demand this or whatever.
I have friends that are like, every time I'm angry at something, like, I just swear up a storm and scream at people until blah, 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 until they think they get what they want. But it's like, you don't understand, though, man. Like, when you act like that, people hate you. Like, they don't want to take care of you. They want to get rid of you.
I at certain times have been able to upgrade people to, like, ocean views and stuff because they were nice. Whereas just like, okay, instead of charging you, because some people can, when you're front desk, you can charge whatever you want for bonuses at where I worked. Okay, so
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but that's awesome.
Some people would charge, some front desk agents, they charged like $400 a night to upgrade their room, right? And I was just like, I like you, you're really nice to me, I can totally upgrade your room, like $50 a night, super cheap, at this ridiculous hotel where it's like $900 something a night, right?
That's insane.
So it's way easier to get your way when you're nice. So
you can do things nicely, and if you're not capable of doing that, like, I had to tell someone this one time when they were trying to get a promotion and they were my senior and I was their supervisor. I told them, like, you should invest in a pair of kid gloves, because if you treat everyone like garbage the way you have been, you are never ever going to get promoted. And they did, and they got promoted. And it's just like, look, you can't always be like, I'm going to be a dick in 100% of situations. Like,
you're never going to get anywhere.
It's just not going to work out for you. So
what is the actual saying? Vinegar. No.
Yeah, it's you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Okay. Pretty sure that's the saying.
Yeah, well,
someone can Google it and tell me if I'm wrong.
I said salt
too.
because people be salty.
You also said bees. You said bees because bees associate with honey.
honey.
You said bees, not
no,
flies.
I said honey.
You did say honey. You said bees instead of flies.
I never said anything with bees.
She did. It's on film. When we're done with this, I'm gonna roll it back and she's gonna see it, and I'm gonna be like,
"I didn't say anything with bees." Okay.
Cool. So let's go ahead and move into stream chat and see what you folks had to say.
You're dumb.
I'm not dumb, man.
It's my salt. I'm being salty.
Don't you dare.
All right. La 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 la.
Dana says trash bandits are so cute though. In regards to the raccoon conversation we had, it's very, very true. Glitch says trash pandas are so cute and fat. LOL.
There was a bunch of talk about more Sailor Moon things. Spoilers for Sailor Moon.
Looks like Emma and Kat are talking about Emma's cats. So that's interesting. It's good to know.
I love cats so much. I love animals in general. I probably was meant to grow up on a farm or something. My mom did. My mom worked on a farm for some time. Let's see. Jaxie Babe says, I just got off a 12-hour shift. It's my Friday on a 50-hour work week.
Wow.
That is insane.
I haven't had that long of a work week since I worked retail, and they required you to work that long.
They came out to a flat tire, so that really sucks.
That's awful. That really sucks. That's bad.
Hopefully it gets resolved real quick, because that's rough.
Fingers crossed. Glitch says, the new firefighter show with some of the guys from Broken Lizard looks so good and funny. Yeah, it's Farva and Mac, and I thought they were actually playing their characters, but it looks like they're different characters, but they're just like about the exact same. And it's like, I think it's an FX show where they're just playing like firefighters. I kind of want to watch it. I saw the commercial for it today for the first time. So
that'll be cool. I didn't even, had no idea.
Glitch says, I heard 7-Eleven in Japan is amazing. Every convenience store in Japan is amazing. Good.
Yeah. I
felt, go ahead.
No, did we go to, we went to Lawson's.
Lawson's a lot.
Yeah. Cause our hotel, it was like our hotel building, and then there was like a bridge, and then it was a restaurant, and underneath the restaurant was a Lawson's.
Yeah.
So almost, if not every single day, other than when we went to Tokyo Disney, which is way out of the way, we stayed at a different hotel in Kyoto and Tokyo Disney, so we didn't go to Lawson's those days. But most days, we went to Lawson's, picked up dinner and snacks and drinks, and just went to our hotel room.
We actually did a really cheap vacation in Japan where we'd like eat street food or eat small here and there. We had like big meals planned, like fancy meals, but a lot of times we were just trying to eat like whatever was local, and it's really not that expensive. So we'd get home after walking everywhere and be like, still kind of hungry. Like, let's just stop in at Lawson's and pick up something. And it was just amazing. It really was.
Yeah. So 7-Eleven, Lawson's, the food is so good. I had like an ikura onigiri every single day, I think. Every single day.
I had a chicken pastry every single day, and it was bomb.
Yeah, Lawson's chicken, bomb. So bomb. Bomb.com. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
What I was going to say is I felt so bad at the end of the vacation. Like, I want to warn all of the citizens here that are planning to visit America that never have, like, don't try convenience store food in America, because that hot dog's been on those rollers for years, man. And they're just waiting for someone to eat it so they can see whether or not they survive. It is definitely not the same quality as they had over there. I was very, very impressed and very happy. Anna said, gotta go. Night, y'all. Thank you for joining us, Anna. We appreciate you. David has joined us as well. And David says, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Thank you. Adam told me that, and now you told me that. But bitches be salty. Just say it.
You could have just gone with that one. That's a different one. So.
Oh, is it a different one?
I'm just saying you made that one up. Like, you were trying to quote one and then like mixing in it, like your own spice on it, and it just didn't quite work.
Because I'm spicy.
Kat says, stop. You make me hungry. Just saying, I keep seeing this commercial, and apparently Taco Bell deliveries through DoorDash or whatever it is right now are free.
Also, Pizza Hut has $5 calzones.
Pizzones. They're the pepperoni pizzone, and they're pretty good. They're not great pizzones, but for $5, they ain't bad. Just saying.
Let's see what else.
Emma says, I feel like most convenience store food outside the U.S. is good. I have had convenience store food in Canada. Wasn't that good. And the Bahamas, I don't think I had convenience store food. So,
I only ate in Chinatown when we went to Canada, and when we went to Vietnam, I don't even remember because I was little.
There you go. So all we can really give
Japan
you is
was bomb.
Japan was amazing.
Anyway, Tushy Tickler.
Hey, that's a good name.
You two are the perfect combination of perfect and cute. Thank you so much. You're very sweet.
Very nice. We appreciate that.
Trip7 says, that's so true, Robin. I used to work in a nursing home, and my coworkers always got puzzled at how I was able to make residents like me so fast. Respect begets respect, which is totally true. Respect each other.
Don't be a jerk. Like, be nice. It's that simple. Emma says, I had it in Iceland. It was pretty good. That's awesome. Did you know Iceland is green and Greenland is icy?
Yeah.
It's true. It's crazy, right?
Trip 7.
Knowledge nuggets.
Trip 7 says you can catch flies with honey, but you can catch more honeys by being fly.
Wow.
That's my new favorite thing. That's amazing.
I'm going to hear this so much now.
God.
Thanks, Trip 7. Appreciate it.
Let's see. Chessie Cat says, man, I had a table on Sunday that complained because they thought I wasn't at the table enough. Hello, I had 3 tables of 10 or more people at the same time. Okay, rant done now. Yeah, people are assholes because they think everything should revolve around them.
I'm the only person you should be paying attention to right now.
It's so annoying. I can't.
I had a friend, I think I mentioned on the show before, I had a friend who had like 3 big tables like that, and one of them was a party of like 15, and he took care of everyone, and everyone thanked him, but one guy at one of his tables pulled him aside and told him he was a horrible waiter and he would never amount to anything, and he was just an asshole to him, probably because he was drunk, and his wife had to tell him, like, you need to stop. And so she told him, like, get away from him, and they all tried to leave a tip for him. And the guy was like, no one's leaving a tip. And he, like, slammed down, like, a handful of coins on the table and was like, that's your fucking tip, and you don't even deserve that. And my friend was a big dude, and my friend is like, I'm not going to hit this guy, but he deserves it. So when they were walking out, he picked up the handful of change, and he goes, hey, and he turned around, and he threw the fucking change in his face. And he's like, I don't need your fucking charity. So the guy was like, I want to speak to your managers. They start screaming at each other. And then the next day I was like, yo, bro, I got extra tickets to a White Sox game. So he went to do that and quit his job. So there you go.
Wait, what was this?
It was a while ago. It was like 10, 15 years ago. I just moved out.
Who was it?
Steve.
Oh,
yeah,
Steve.
Don't say his last name, but yeah, Steve did that.
Yeah.
Steve was also a semi-pro baseball player at the time in the off season, so he really didn't need the charity. He just wanted to have a steady job while he was waiting for like him to get picked up on another team. So
my ex used to work at the restaurant where at the resort. We worked at the same resort. He worked at the restaurant right outside the front desk table. And people on vacation are kind of crappy, especially when they're rich. And so when you're a server, he was saying you have to make sure you don't stare or look at anyone's wife or girlfriend. You only look at the dude.
That's just kind of a general thing to do.
But like sometimes when they're talking to you, you can't look at them. They're talking to you, but you can't be like, You have to be like, oh yeah, like not actually. I was just like,
just maintain eye contact.
And then if you do, they're like trying to hit on my
me?
wife or something. So.
Well, it's like if you're talking to me and you're you, and that's your significant other, and you're talking to me and giving me an order, I'm like,
what the fuck?
They're gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? But, like, if you just maintain eye contact, just, like, move back and forth like normal, I think you'll be okay. Like, most people can tell the difference between someone, like, just being a normal person and someone, like, actually hitting. And I think your ex was the kind of person, too, who would just randomly hit on chicks and was a creep. So if it's the one I'm thinking of, let's not name names here, but same guy who was like, oh, no, we're just friends. I slap her on the ass all the time.
That's his coworker, though.
That type of stuff. So did you say that's his coworker? Like, it's okay?
No, I'm just saying it's not. It's like not guests. I don't know. I treat guests differently.
You slap your guests on the ass?
No. Whatever.
Happy vacation.
No. Anyway, moving on.
Let's move on.
All right.
I have one email left. Did you want to do something else? Or
Raisin Rebel says, y'all are making me hungry. Want to grab a chicken bake from Costco. Those things are the bomb, and they're only $3. 10 out of 10.
Costco is so cheap.
And Adam had to send me a picture the other day because he was like, a slice of pizza is only $1.50.
No, I was like, a slice of pizza and a hot dog combo is less than $4. And she's like, no, it's like $5. And I was like, trust me, I'm unemployed. I don't have a lot of money to go to like spend on lunch. Sometimes I get out of the house, I go to Costco. So I was like, just trust me. And she's like, nope, you're wrong. I was like, all right, I'll go there today. And it's like $3.78 where we live. So I sent her a picture of it, and I was like, there you go.
Miss Deezy says, I'm back from outer space. Did you go to GDC? Because my friend just finished up at GDC, and I'm so jealous.
So jelly.
But
welcome back, Miss Deezy.
Yeah, he works at Square Enix, though. I don't know.
Squeenix.
All
right, so am I going to move on to my last email of the evening? Or do you have more chat over there?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Are you done on your chat?
I'm caught up, yeah. So let's go ahead, and if there's some extra stuff, I'll get to it when we go back to it next time. So I'm going to move into my final and the final email of the show. And this one subject is creepy-ish you can share. And it starts out like this. Zool here again with a creepy story. Zool. What's up, Zool? Thank you for joining us. There is no Dana, only Zool. I was recently reminded about my omen baby doggo, Apollo, and I. I was about 14 and I had just gotten off the bus from school. At this time in my day, I am the first one to get home, and the first thing I have to do is let Apollo out to go to the bathroom. Makes sense. I
Cool.
mean, I'm just having flashbacks to being the first person off the bus too. So, and I think I was home before anyone else, and sometimes my brother's home before me. Whatever. I get in the house through the garage because I don't carry a key. Opening the garage door would usually let Apollo know I was home.
Aw.
This would normally result in him going crazy, jumping up and down with excitement in the entryway, but all I heard was silence. This is sad. I don't want this to be sad.
I know. I'm like, huh.
Our house is a split level, so I can see both the upstairs and most of the downstairs living room from the entryway. Apollo was laying on the couch downstairs, which he wasn't supposed to do. You have no idea what your dogs do when you're not home. Like, we always tell our dogs, like, don't do this, and as soon as we close that door,
on the couch or something?
guarantee you they're on the couch. Normally, I loved catching him like this. He would lift his head to look at me and then slowly unwind and stretch off the couch with a big yawn before running up to greet me in the entryway. This time, he was already awake, but he wasn't looking at me. I couldn't see what he was looking at from where I stood,
Oh, no.
but he hadn't moved a muscle since I opened the door. I didn't want to go downstairs, so I called his name. Nothing. After trying to call his name at least 5 more times with no response, I was incredibly spooked out. I would be too.
God,
I would
I'd
think
be
there's someone in the
scared too.
house or something like super creepy was happening. I gathered some courage and slowly went down the stairs, all the while Apollo still looking in the same direction.
Shut up.
I hit the second to last stair and peeked around to see what he was looking at. My heart dropped.
What was
The
it?
rocking chair was moving on its own.
No, it wasn't.
I just got goosebumps. I noped the fuck out of there so fast. I ended up leaving Apollo in the house as I ran to a friend's house down the street. Don't worry, he was fine. If your dog won't come with you, it's one of the most difficult decisions to make. Do you stay back and try and get your doggo from something creepy
Get
happening?
murdered by demons?
Or do you run
your
away
dog?
and leave them behind? Because it's like, if it's a fire, you know what I mean? You can only look for the dog for so long before you're like, he'll find his way out, you know? And if he doesn't, that is incredibly sad. That said, if it's something paranormal,
man.
you just don't know. You know what I mean?
I'm just thinking about that episode of This Is Us.
Don't spoil anything. I purposely didn't bring it up. So, anyways, let's get back to this email. I don't know what I would have done in this situation. I think I would have ran, grabbed my dog, and then ran out. But I don't know how big Apollo is here, so it might not have been possible. So, ran down the street to a friend's house. Got it. That was thankfully the only possible paranormal experience I had in my house. This story came up because I was asking my sister if she ever felt or has ever seen anything weird in our old house's basement, which she slept in. Ever since I can remember, I've been terrified of basements, but I'm not sure why. Did something happen to me that I don't remember? Was it a past life? Trying to understand my fear of basements and the dark. That makes sense. I think it's like irrational fears you try and puzzle through the older you get. Thanks again for all that you do. Attached is Apollo, R.I.P. Oh, that's so sad. He was the best baby cow I could ask for, and it's a picture of an adorable doggo. So thank you for sending that. And that's the end of the email. So I really wonder what most people would do if you're experiencing a paranormal situation and your dog won't, or your pet, whatever the case may be, won't come with you when you're like, we need to get the fuck out of here right now.
And they're the ones that can tell. They just know. And it's so, that's why sometimes when Arya stares at the ceiling, it freaks me out because I don't know what she's staring
I just
at.
imagine it's one of those like little thin shreds, like the dust bunnies that get caught up in the corner sometimes, and she's just seeing it move with like air conditioning or the heating, or it's possibly a demon hanging out in the corner darkness, but it's always really hard to tell. And like pets being your sentries is one thing, but you're also responsible for them. So when you see a rocking chair moving on its own and the dog is terrified and staring at it, yeah, that's going to creep me the F out too. I might have wound up doing the same exact thing you did, so don't feel bad because there's not really a good decision to make in that case. But and yeah, I don't know. Looking at Apollo, you might have had some trouble picking Apollo up and running out the door with it. So right on.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Let's look over in stream chat, see what you folks had to say, and then we'll move on into our wonderful way we end our stream, which is marbles on stream. So
Aw, Chessy Cat says I would be killed by demons trying to save my pets.
Aw.
I would let the door open and hope my pets ran out.
Dana says, yes, my story. I'm glad that this was your story. Glitch says, nice. And Kat says, woo. I didn't do the full woo because I don't want to get yelled at. Emma says, congrats. And Dana says, literally shaking now. Wow. Reliving that must not have been easy. Jedi says, yay. Oh, Robin looks so cute with her pigtails. She really does.
I didn't know what to do with my hair today.
You nailed it. Dana says, he wasn't barking or growling, so I wasn't too concerned at the time. I mean, it's just, you don't know what to do, man. Like, if he looks like he's just completely distracted, it's different than if he's, like, sitting there whining. You know what I mean? Or growling, like you said. So, probably noping the fuck out was the best thing you possibly could have done. Emma says, my cats would nope the fuck out with me. That's hilarious. The cats usually nope the fuck out before the humans do.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Like, how many times have you seen Arya just been somewhere and just sprint out of the room? Where it's just like,
yeah.
cat's weird. No, the
She's
cat saw a
very
demon,
weird.
so that's what happened.
I can step to her just a little bit, and she's like, nope, not touching me. But then when you're, like, comfortable and you don't want anything to bother you, she's like,
jumping on your face now.
Yeah, why aren't you petting me? What is this?
I mean, that's how she was before the show. Like, she was at the end of the hallway in the darkness staring at me, and I leave the door cracked so I can shout out to Robin, like, we have 5 minutes, which anyone who started watching the stream, as soon as it went live, you can hear me go, 5 minutes, because I forgot to mute the mics. But she was at the end of the hall, and I left the door cracked, and then all of a sudden she came inside, like, with a minute left. I was like, well, I guess we're doing the show with her in here, because she's not going to leave until she's good and ready. So,
Alan Dewey says, I don't think I should have tuned in before bed. I'm sure there are no ghost rocking chairs or anything.
That was really the main creepy one. The rest of them were pretty good, pretty funny, pretty relaxed. So
let's see. Brewdog says, I work in a real haunted house. You should send us your story about this haunted house, because we would love to read it and hear it, and it would be awesome. Let's see.
So anyone who's over in YouTube can switch over. If you would like to join us in the race of marbles on stream right now, join us at twitch.tv/scarishpodcast, and all you're going to need to do is type in some commands in the chat, which is as simple as exclamation point this, exclamation point that, and we'll get going on that. So how much stream chat did you got over there still?
You can keep setting it up and stuff, and I'll keep reading. Spooky Zora says, sometimes my dog sits in the dark staring at me. It's great. I'm very happy when the dogs don't stare at me, because that would creep me out. I can't imagine, like, our black dog sitting in the darkness staring.
Akbar has returned. Thank you for joining us, Akbar.
Thank you.
And we're moving into Marbles on Stream, so it's a good time to switch over to Twitch if you would like to join the race.
Shut up, Trip7. Oh my gosh. They're like, sometimes my dog stares at me too, even though I keep telling him he died 3 years ago.
That's super creepy.
That's fucked up.
It's really good. I understand that people want to post stuff like that, because I mess with people in our Spooky Friends group sometimes. Like that picture of the person spitting out their toothbrush goo, and the reflection was staring at them while they do it. And I was like, let me write something to make this less creepy, and then immediately follow up with something that makes it even creepier. So, good stuff.
All right.
I'm going to switch us over to Marbles on Stream now. If you would like to pick which race track we're going to race, do exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to see us race. And I'm going to move this out of the way now so it can scroll and you can see all the different options that are available to you. And we can go ahead and pick what we want to race. I mean, it's a democracy here. So exclamation point vote, space, then whichever one you would like to see.
Brewdog says, it's a commercial haunted house, but it's been investigated many times before, and they've talked about an active demon every time. That's frightening. So frightening. I can't do haunted houses. They freak me out really, really, really bad.
Yeah, we're going to the Winchester Mystery House.
Well, no, like those haunted houses during Halloween where people, like actors, are in there to scare you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I cannot do those. I can't. I don't handle scary stuff very well, which is weird. But like scary movies, the other day I wanted to watch a scary movie, and we're just like, we should save those for October.
Yeah, it was like 1 a.m. too. We were looking for something to go to sleep to, and it's not like we're gonna get super scared and not be able to sleep. A lot of times we just get invested into the movie and we have to see what happens.
Yeah,
and we wind up staying up way too late. So we have a few of them that are tied at 3 votes right now. We have 14 votes in. So right now is that moment where your teacher tells you in government class, like, your vote matters. It really, really does. Because if we finish on a tie, I'm just gonna click random map, and then the fates will decide. I don't know why that took me so long to spit out. But right now, if you vote, you'll be able to tip the scales. And right now, it's tipped towards Twisted Toothpick. That was hard to say. And we have 15 votes in, so we'll give it a little bit longer, and then we will go ahead and go with the viewers' vote.
Trip7 says, have y'all seen Us? I really want to see Us.
I really want to see it.
Hasn't that won awards already, too? Or no?
No. It's broken records. It has not won awards.
Yeah, I want to watch it because everyone says it's amazing. So, need to get it.
We did see Shazam. So we did Shazam because it was available early, and we're going to be posting I'm going to post the review tomorrow on themoviepod.com, which is our movie podcast website. The movie podcast is called Scene Missing, SCENE. So it's not out yet. It'll be out very soon. We just watched Empire Records last night. Can't wait to record the episode for that. Robin and I are going to have very differing opinions, so it's going to be really fun.
It'll be
We're saving it
an
for the pod.
interesting episode.
Saving it for the pod. All right. We're going with Twisted Toothpick. We have 15 votes for the track. Let's go ahead and get going on our first race of the night. We're going to do 2. Looks like the survival rate is 43.1. That's very low. It's usually over 50%, and those are pretty bloodbaths. So, exclamation point play if you would like to join the race.
Spooky Zora says, I'm lucky my brother likes scary movies. My sister doesn't do scary movies. The last one we watched together, it was just she and I, and
It wasn't even a scary movie.
It wasn't even scary. We went to go watch Crimson Peak, and we're both the last seats all the way at the back of the theater, and we're hiding behind her jacket or something because we're just like freaked out.
We have 18 people who have joined us.
Sorry.
To race. 19 now that Robin has gotten on board.
My bad, dog.
If you would like to race, exclamation point play in the chat.
Please,
Glitch has typed in exclamation point hacks to try and get himself a boost, and we'll see what happens with
winners
that.
of the 2 races for tonight. I'm gonna do the window clings, so whoever wins gets the window clings tonight.
It's gonna get clingy up in here. So some of the folks that have already won, if you win again, you're gonna get new pieces of merch, so you might not want to give it away because a lot of times people pay it forward if they've already won, but it's a new piece of merch.
New piece of merch just came in.
Race your hearts out. We got 21 joined in right now. You're going to have 10 seconds when I click this start button to join in with exclamation point play, which I'm going to do right now. Let's get a look at this track.
Let's see. Trip 7 says Crimson Peak is scary in an Alabama kind of way.
That's funny.
Spooky Zora says
in a Lannister kind of way.
Spooky Zora says love Crimson Peak, very romantic. The twist is sort of meh though. I was so disappointed at the end. I was like, this is really good. I'm liking this. I'm digging it. And then when that happens at the end, I'm just like, are you kidding me? It's Tom Hiddleston. Why? Why would you do this?
You're kind of spoiling it without spoiling it. Glitch Grim is the current record holder of this track, and you can see his local balls right there if you're interested in racing against it. Badger Shell is in first place right now. But as we know, this is a really low completion rate, and we're going to start losing some people here soon. This is kind of cool because we have enough marbles that are like conveniently near each other where it's all clustered together now. However, Kat has taken the lead and is ahead of the record pace. So we'll get through some loop-de-loops.
I like those corkscrew things. They're cool.
And I don't know what that thing is, but it's absolutely terrifying. So we'll see how that works.
You know what else is terrifying?
No, I figured you were going to say something.
Jaime and Cersei Lannister.
Is it terrifying or is it just super romantic?
So romantic.
Cersei's a horrible human being, so it's kind of hard for that to be romantic.
I can't stand Cersei. Who's excited for this new season of Game of Thrones? I am
literally
so excited.
Everyone who watches Game of Thrones. Badger Shell has taken the lead. Everyone back there is getting caught up in that fan blade. Danish Noli has died. I have died, so this race doesn't count. It's horseshit. Badger Shell is flying through this track.
Oh my goodness, it's scary to watch.
Will they make it in? Holy shit, that was amazing. Badger Shell just shatters the fucking record.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome. The scriptry has been eliminated. Sorry if that was loud. That was just super exciting. I enjoyed watching you fly through the air. It was like that R. Kelly song. Is it R. Kelly? All I remember is just from Space Jam where it's like, gonna fly like an eagle.
Oh, Into the Future?
Yes. Lots of people dropping off now. We got lots of deaths because some people aren't as good at navigating the air.
Trip 7 says, you can't stand Cersei, but Cersei can make Jaime stand.
Wow.
I'm so excited. Chessy Cat posted an article in the Discord. We have a Game of Thrones channel in Discord, and she posted an article about Tormund. And I'm so excited because Tormund is in the season, so he didn't die at the wall. I'm just so stoked.
Like, maybe he's in the season because he like dies the very first episode.
Tormund is one of my faves. I absolutely love him.
We only had 8 people survive that out of 21, which is pretty significant. Chessy Cat survived, moves up to 39 points on the season. Chessy Cat has not had a win, but she is leading the season total in points, which is super interesting because it's like that whole slow and steady wins the race thing because she's not winning the battles, but she may win the war for season whatever this is. I think it's like season 9. Shout out to Badger Shell. Message us on, actually, email storytime@scarish.com. Yeah. Let us know an address where we can go ahead and send you your prize. And we're going to move into our second race. So let's go back to the voting booths and decide which track we will be racing.
I totally ship Tormund and Brienne. I want them together. Every time he's like, "Where's the giant lady or
Beast
the giant woman?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I love him."
Beast Nerd says, "What do the green dots mean?" I have no.
We have no idea what
we tried to speculate on
does.
what they could mean, but we honestly do not know.
All right, let's vote for the last race of the night. I'm
gonna pick something that I don't think we've raced yet. We only have 4 votes in right now, and not 7, not 8. Okay, here they come.
Let's vote for the race. Let's go to the mall.
Miss Daisy says cheater dots. That's what those are.
Man, are we gonna record the episode tonight or no?
You said you have something that you have to finish after we get done recording.
Oh, yeah.
So probably not.
I got a project I gotta finish. Blech. Well, no, we should though. I don't know.
You have to finish your commitment first, and then if we have time, we'll do the other episode for the other podcast.
You're right.
Which is just a weird thing to talk about right now. So keep voting, folks. We have 13 votes, which isn't as many as we had last time. Marble Centauri is the viewers' vote right now, which I'm pretty sure we've already raced, so we can race against a ghost ball and see what's up.
Marble Centauri. We need to catch up on Doctor Who.
We do. We do.
I have heard a lot of great things about this new season of Doctor Who, and I just want
to watch it. And like this sentence is coming slow.
I want to just skip all of the Peter Capaldi stuff, go straight into Jodie Foster. Or not Jodie Foster.
I was going to say Jodie Whittaker.
Jodie Whittaker.
I was like, that's a really weird season of Doctor Who.
Yeah, no.
All right, we got 16 votes in. It is now a tie between Marble Centauri and another track that I don't know. So we'll see how far it scrolls. Give you guys a little bit longer. Anyone who out there is like,
someone
I'm not going to vote. Like, you should vote now. You can tip it. It's either Marble Centauri or I'm guessing track 40, whichever one that is. I think that one is the Steve track, which just sounds sexy. It is Temple of Steve, which average time, 2 minutes and something. Why is it jumping all over like that? That's terrifying.
Bruh frog.
Pixel's procedural pathway has a 9.2% played rate, which is super high.
We should do that one.
All right, guys, we are tied right now. Temple of Steve is taking the lead.
All right, Temple of Steve it is.
Thank you, Miss Deezy, for voting. So we're going to go ahead and go with Temple of Steve and see how sexy this is. So survival rate TBD. That is scary. So we're going to see what the survival rate is on this, but exclamation point play if you would like to join the race.
Exclamation point play.
If you would like to enter the Temple of Steve.
You should text your friend Steve. We're putting our balls into the Temple of Steve.
Balls in, everyone. Brenda Dog 87.
Brewdog, jeez.
Brewdog, sorry.
Open your eyes.
My screen's further away. Brewdog 87. It's a solid name, is what I was trying to say.
You thought it was Brenda Dog.
It had dog in it. That's all I knew, and I was like, I like it.
I love it. I want some more of it.
Glitch Grim says, that's my boyfriend's name. I feel weird. Maybe this will bless you, because it's your boyfriend's name, to win this race. We have 20 marbles entered. We're going to give it about 10 more seconds, then I'm going to click start, so 20 more seconds.
I'm glad Chessie Cat agrees with me that we should just skip Peter Capaldi and go straight into the next Doctor.
I don't want to.
I want to meet all the companions that go through. That's my...
Yeah. I don't want to be like, what are they talking about? And then be like, oh, we missed an entire season, so we don't know. All right, so we only have 20. We had 21 last time, so someone didn't win. They were like, fuck this, and flipped their computer.
Oh, my gosh. Brewdog's username on Xbox is a duck on quack.
That's a good username. All right, I'm clicking start. Anyone who has not joined the race, exclamation point play, you have 10 seconds to do so. Let's get a look. This one looks like nothing too scary. It's weird that it doesn't have a survival rate yet, though. So I guess we're all going to experience it together. There's a fast forward button here.
Oh my
launching
goodness.
everyone
That's
into
so
this
many
funnel.
balls. Did I press play? Am I in?
I have no idea.
Damn. How many people were there?
You're in. I can see your name. There was 20.
Oh, sweet.
Right now, it seems like Spooky Flea is in the lead, but let's be real, people. No one can tell when it comes to these funnel things who's in the lead. Let's look at this hole.
Sounds like a funnel situation.
That was terrible. Spooky Flea is in the lead. followed by The Robin Grace, Badger Shell, Chessie Cat, and Cat. There's a big group of people up there, though.
If I say more silly puns, I go faster.
Really?
No?
I'm like, you said you hear that, like someone said that, so I'm just confused now.
Does that sound realistic?
I don't know. Nothing you say sounds realistic, so I never know when you're being serious.
Goodness.
All right, Malum has taken the lead because that dude's super cool, but he doesn't win any prizes. So right now, for all intents and purposes, Spooky Flea is in the lead. And there's the Robin Grace, Abe's Monster, Miss Deezy, Raisin Rebel, Chessie Cat, 777.
What was the survival rate?
I mentioned this a few times. There is no survival rate.
Oh.
It said not available, so we don't know what the survival rate is.
Maybe no one dies.
Who knows?
Huh?
There are a lot of guardrails in this. Abe's Monster is taking the lead, but there is another path on the other side, and for whatever reason, because it backtracks, it has no idea who's in first place now.
Oh, look, it's
so
a snake.
I'm taking control, and it actually does not let me clip through the track, which is just annoying as balls. All right, Abe's Monster and 777 are running neck and neck.
There are a lot of balls on the screen.
Yes. This is going to get a little bit brutal. This one's going to smack some people around.
This is like a Slytherin map because there's snakes on everything.
777 has launched into the lead. It's a little bit bumpy, and now it's like Snake's Way. I think we're going to lose some people here because there's going to be a lot of speed coming up.
Oh, no. Look at those holes in the bottom of those trays at the front there. Bad things are going to happen.
So you might just not make it in to the finish line. You might reach the finish line and then die. It all depends on your timing here. So we're going to see what happens with 777. But it looks like the thing has just stopped. Oh, God, it's moved away now.
This is horrible. This is
Let's zoom out and see what happens.
This is so scary. Oh, no.
This is a smart idea, though, to end it.
This is smart, but it's also...
777 dies instead of winning. Malum dies. Abe's Monster is dead. Cat has won. Congratulations, Cat.
That was...
Robin Grace has died.
Horrible.
52 Nicks hit the edge and fell off. That was brutal. Spooky Zora has completed the track, and Miss Deezy needs to fall down soon, or else I don't think you're going to make it. Everyone on that side is dying. Alice in Wonderland, Spooky Flea, Miss Deezy. Beast Nerd, I think, is going to survive if he gets through soon enough, and the Scriptery might make it. Beast Nerd has survived, and oh no, the Scriptery is the last one standing and still circling the drain. Let's see. It's coming back. Never mind. That's bad.
Aww.
The Scriptery has passed away. RIP.
All right. So, I don't remember if we have your address, but if
it never hurts to send it again.
Yeah, it never hurts to send it again. So I will send out the window clings, these little cool sticker things.
I'm not a window cleaner.
Oh my God, I love IT Crowd. Guys, watch it. It's so good. But I will mail those out. So if you guys go and email us the winners, the 2 winners tonight, which was Cat, Beatrix, and what was the first one? Badger Shell, right? That's the first one.
Yes.
Guys, email us storytime@scarish.com and send us your address that we can mail your thing to. But other than that, thank you for joining us for the races, and we're going to go into the things.
Yeah, we're going to go into the outro as soon as I get this thing marked. So, we want to thank everyone who joined us live at twitch.tv/scarishpodcast and youtube.com/scarish. It makes these episodes way more fun when we can interact with you folks while we're reading them. And we talk about some weird stuff as well, and it's always a good time. So thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who listens in the podcast form for being dedicated and loyal and always listening, because we know so many of you out there never miss a show, and we love every single one of you. Wild Cali Wash, you just resubscribed for the 7th month in a row. And it says, dirty kid, but just made it. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. And to those of you out there who are thinking about joining us, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch Prime, and you get 1 free subscription to any channel.
If you have Amazon Prime, just go to twitch.amazon.com. Just link them together. You don't have to do anything other than that.
It's free to you. It's like you don't really think it's worth anything, but anyone that you subscribe to with that free subscription gets $5. So it's $5 free a month that you can give away. Why not give it to us? We'd appreciate that. If anyone has a story, a homegrown horror they would like to share, you can email storytime@scarish.com. Fill out the contact us page at scarish.com, which is our website. Go to facebook.com/scarishpodcast and message us. Tweet at us at scarishpod, Instagram at scarishpodcast. And then we have community stuff that you can also join, Scarish Spooky Friends group, which is so much fun. It really is. There's a bunch of stuff on there. We have spooky stuff. We have funny memes. You can join that through the Scarish page, or the Facebook page, I should say.
Thank you so much, Brewdog.
Shout out to Brewdog87 who just followed us on Twitch. We love you. Thank you. And the last thing is our Discord server. If you'd like to join that, go to scarish.com, which is our website. Scroll down. you'll see all of our social media links. Just click on the Discord one. You'll be taken straight to our server. And that's how you can reach us or join us in all of our community stuff. So,
and just a reminder, we do have merch, t-shirts and stuff. So tank tops. We have tank tops and t-shirts.
You're really far away from your mic.
So we have tank tops, t-shirts, stuff like that. Go to scaryish.com and all our stuff is on there. We have a Teespring store. Down in the description for Twitch, we have our Streamlabs store, which has exclusive product that isn't offered on Teespring, which is awesome. So if you check that out, and just anything you do supports us. I think these shirts are really comfortable.
They are. They're really good quality shirts.
We hope you guys enjoy them.
If you watch these live episodes later when they're not being recorded on our YouTube channel, which you can absolutely do, all of our descriptions now host all of our links to our different stores. And if you want to find just the combined store, just go to scaryish.com and click on the store thing, and then you'll find everything that we sell regardless of where it's located.
Yeah, and we're here every week, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're pretty good at doing it every single week. So we'll see you next week for sure if you guys come back.
If anyone would like to donate, how can they do so?
If you go to patreon.com/scareyishpodcast, there we have monthly donations and we have a whole bunch of tiers set up starting at $1 and up. We do have physical merch tiers that have me making stickers and buttons, magnets, things like that I send out to you guys, which is awesome. And
if you join the $1 a month, which is 4 quarters, people, it's not a whole lot of money. You'd spend more at a vending machine getting a Snickers bar. But if you sign up for $1 a month and you let us be your Snickers bar, you get early access to all of our episodes and all of our content, which is pretty cool, plus access to some Patreon exclusive stuff, which is usually outtakes from the show. There's this rant I went on because a motorcycle went by and it was so friggin' loud and it was like midnight. And that's up there. It's just like me losing my mind. The other night when we recorded, we weren't recording as late, but we had another motorcycle go by and it was just so obnoxious. And Robin was trying to talk to me. I'm like, give me a second. I need to calm down. So pretty sure it was the same guy. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff on our Patreon. So if anyone wanted to give us a one-time donation and not a monthly thing, how do they do that?
Go to coffeeko-fi.com/scareyishpodcast. And all those help us upgrade our studio setup. I actually have to update the goal on there. I haven't done it in quite a while because we have gotten a whole bunch of new pieces like the camera and things like that. So I need to edit that. But
shout out to 777 who posted the Discord link in the chat because that is very, very helpful.
Yeah, thank you so much. But if you guys want to do that, help us out there.
Cool. So did you want to go ahead and do the sign out or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you get all up in there.
Folks, keep on creeping on and we'll see you next week.